Yes, this is what we are doing here. Listen, guys, to get your freedom, not be beans. To get your freedom, you must work so hard for it. And I'm doing my part. I don't know about you, but me, I'm doing my part. But I know my spectators, my panelists, my commenters, all of you are doing your part as well by joining us here. But if you know you are one of the people that are not doing, you're not doing your part, you think manna will fall from heaven, trust me, you might likely wait forever. Do your part. We are getting close. February is just around the corner. 25th of February is around the corner. We must make sure that we deliver Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. It's my mission. Many people are not happy on what I'm doing. Yes, so I've deliberately created enmity around me for a reason I don't know. But don't worry, it's okay. If you hate me, I love you. You know why I love you? Because I know after the election, we all will come back again as one family. But at this particular time, I know you hate me. Don't worry, your hate is temporary. We will come back again after we don't deliver Mr. Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. Please, my people, use the link right there. Join us. Let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Yes. I can see all the comment section. Please, I want you guys to join me here. Trust me. I already have a couple of people right here with me. Join us and let's talk about this. We need to talk about this. Trust me, today is a wonderful day for many of us. Majority of Nigerians across the world are celebrating right now. The social media is booming. Twitter is booming. Instagram is booming. Facebook is booming. YouTube is booming. All in one name, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. I talk and say, as they pay them, he go they sweet us. As they pay them, he go they sweet us. I wish I be sing. I not be musician, but Mokuna not laugh me. Make una come. Let's talk about this together, my people. I'm very excited. Today, the way I tell they happy, you not go believe your eye. Anyway, remember, if you not quick comes, you not go get spot to it don't almost full now. They say make una come now. Now they think make I go now or make I go later. It almost full. Come, let's talk about the thing that's affecting every one of you, every one of us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, depending on your own region. Let me quickly acknowledge the people in the comment section so that we can get into it straight away. My brother Mike Akyombare, good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. I appreciate you always. Mother of all, the greatest mother of all, Mommy the Aspira. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for joining us. We are here, Gadegba or Gidigba. I don't know how to speak that language. We are here, Gadagba, something like that. Okay, thank you very much. Awakalu, I can see you there. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Sarums, I see you right there. Hi to you. Thanks for joining us for the first time. I've seen that name here. We appreciate you. Thanks very much for joining us. We are here showing love and how Nigeria can become a better country. That's all we do here, nothing else. So if you are hating me, you are actually hating me for being a patriotic Nigerian. Nothing else. To be honest, nothing else. If you ask yourself and search your heart, why am I hating this guy? Oh, I'm hating him because he loves Nigeria. Okay, I'm hating him because he wants Nigeria to be better. That's all. Nothing else. But I love you. Right, let's move on. Thank you very much, my people, for joining us. Please help us to share this broadcast. Let's talk about the things that's affecting us. So, good evening to you, sir. Thanks very much for joining us. Madam Bella Naomi, good evening to you, madam. Thanks very much for joining us. Vincent, I can see you right there. Faith Unlimited, thank you very much, my good people, for joining us. Thank you. Good evening to every one of you from here. Now, evening will day for here for you, the United Kingdom. Pisa, Italia. Thanks very much for joining us. That your name be one if you want sounds like Pisa, because you talk as I can't mention that your name now. Pisa, Italia. Pisa can't hungry me. Don't worry, if I don't play video later, I'll place all that. Be like, to be honest, I know the life for this one. Pizza, you're the hungry me right now. I need pizza and coke. Now you're the hungry me as I just see that name, pizza. Peace. I know say not be re-spelling of pizza, be your own P-I-S-A. But pizza the hungry me right now. And I believe I go eat them. Just evening. Yeah, Unwen Basi, thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you. God bless you all. Please continue to help us to share this broadcast. Let's hit more visibility. All right, Mother Rita, my greatest sister, thanks very much for joining us. Can see Josh Bluechell. I see you right there. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you, Thomas, I see you right there. Good evening to you, Janet, Osawari, Osara, Daddy. Thank you, my good people. I appreciate you all. Thank you. I can see Amaka of 4JB. Good evening to you. You are joining us from United States. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm not sure whether I pronounce your last name well, but don't worry. With the link for this platform, nobody's perfect. I'll get it pronounced properly next time. I can see Perpetua Idukwe. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Kingsley Obona is right there with us. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Martina Obasi TV, my sister. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you for joining us again this evening. Let's talk about the thing that's affecting you and I. I can see Starskis is right there with us. Asa Bosa. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Divine Cross. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Let's do this together. Oh, Divine Cross, you want to eat pizza? I wish I could share out through here. I don't mind before, but we did together. I appreciate every one of you. Please continue to share, and let's do this together. Thank you very much, my people. As you all know, 16th of January is the day that we all have been waiting for. Yes, our Carlo, I don't post link since so. I don't post link now. Maybe comment don't overshadow Anana. No worry, I'll go pin Anna. Let me post another one. I don't post another one. Patrick, I see you right. Patrick, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. See you right there. Thank you very much, my people. On the 16th of January, now the day where all of us don't wait. In fact, tele, since before Christmas, since where the Emilio can go there. Now we can say we can do better. Since that time, all of us don't get the confidence. Say we will surely do better. When they come say on the 16th of January, for me, I don't know how una feel. For me, I can say, Kai, 16 far, the thing far from my eye. Now, so you all be, all of us, we are getting old every day. 16 now I don't reach, because I remember when they talk at that time, far, I can say, Kai, 16, why they know you put and say next week? Because, okay, but today, I wake up this morning, I say, Chai, 16, I can't wait for this. My people, I guess we'll now see our principal today, right? Let's quickly recapitulate on that in 5 minutes. I need to do this, As you can see right there on the title, unfortunately, Tinubu's is sick and needs to withdraw. Keyamu speak on Tinubu's health. He frantically speak on Tinubu's health. In fact, he vests today for a reason I don't know. They attack media, attack the presenters, attack everybody. In fact, why these people they vest? My concern is that why is it when you try to tell people the truth, they will carry a face front, begin the vest? Why? No, calm down. I just question that they ask you, and you they vest. No, we are going to be talking about that. Yes, Article have 31 biological children. My people, now today I hear this one. Oh, I don't feel your lie. I never hear this one before. Article get how they talking for Nigeria. 31 children. Article get 31 kids. Okay, no, not so. Article get 31 pikins. 31. Okay, former Article's aide came out to reveal more to Nigerians, telling Nigerians never to make mistake to elect Atiku as the next president of Nigeria. We are going to be touching on that as well. Then we are starting with Almighty. You see, as I put on there, I know so you go, as that music I won't get that. As they pay them, you go they sweet us. Because as I put on the Almighty Peter Obi, I know some people don't the verse now. They did the verse for me already. So what you worry this boy said? How you call Peter Obi Almighty? Who be Peter? Forget that thing. Fear go let you come out, come talk about your principal if you support Tinubu or Atiku. Fear don't let you. If you don't see the support Tinubu or Atiku, use link, join us for here now. If my intellectual panelist, if they don't bombard you, might tell you how they take the bombard person for here. Come on for there. What you worry you now? What you worry? Get out. Oh yeah. Take this one. CM go give you one for here. Mr. Ike go give you one. Charles go give you one. Victor go give you one. Ejinake go give you one. Rita will give you one. Then Alex go finish you. You are finished. You are buried. You are done. Now make them know they join us for here. Not be say if they all can say, I'm supporting Tinubu, we go here remove them. No, we don't do that. If you're supporting Tinubu, be transparent enough, use the link, join us, let us know your identity. Don't be say you will hide. At the moment, I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just sitting on the fence. Hey, Oga, hey, shish. We know say you be a million people. Be transparent when you are here. Make we tackle, make we verbally tackle ourselves. You know, that's what we are doing here. So meanwhile, I was like for us to listen to our principal again. Although Chatham House, that video, they don't truncate them. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know why. That video, they brought it down. That is Chatham House. So, because there now will get right to take from, let me cause you take them. But I don't know why, but because we already still have it here, maybe they'll bring it back later, but I don't know. I can't really speak much on that. But let's listen to what our principal got to say here. God bless you all. Because it's you, Nobasaki, just joining us right now. Thank you very much for joining us. God bless you all. Please continue to share and like this broadcast.
Following question. Given the complexity of Nigeria's democracy and the Labour Party not projected to have the majority in the National Assembly, how would you work with legislators to ensure the radical reforms you are proposing come to light if you win the presidential election? So that's one question. Just hold that there. And I'm going to go right to the back of the room, right at the corner there. The gentleman right in the corner. Yes. So, yes, you. Please go ahead. Introduce yourself and one question, please. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. My name is Ajiboye Tsumishi from Huddersfield University. So my question is simple. The activities of the hip-hop in Nigeria is on alarming rate.
When I go say the way this guy they talk, when I know say they send and come. He say my question is simple, and they talk, they feel all the body, they sweat, they stammer. In fact, I never see useless person like this boy for my life, for my entire life. Without the do research for and seeing small thing, but I will cash on for social media. We'll never feel cash on. More listen to him. Don't worry, I won't play more than 5 minutes on this.
Every day. And with all the policy, beautiful ideas that you've listed down, sir, without tackling security head on, they are impossible. So one of the allegations given to you is that you've not condemned the activities of the hip-hop. So, and tackling of security.
Can you sum up, please?
Let me land. Tackling of security.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's.
Sorry, I'm a student. Yeah.
Oh God, you not go feel land. Make my pieces by your quickly answer you. Make me move on. Make me land. Land where? You be mumu.
First question is, how do you deal with the legislators, considering that Labour Party is probably not in control of the legislative arm of the government? Quite frankly, I've been through this as a...
Okay, my people, let's go to, because say today, we don't see outside like that too. Make we see what happen for outside. But before that question, how our principal talk say he wanted tackle generator. Hey, he say which language you use today? Oh, you get one language we use.
Dismantle.
God go bless you. Say you go dismantle them. I would like to quickly take on that, my people. Let's hear that quickly, sharply. Make I look for them. Because that video, I just make I find out okay, now be this. Okay, because we don't get our own for that one.
Well, madam, you get the question. You have the strongest arm in the audience. Please introduce yourself. One question.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome, sir. My name is Priscilla Winkbo, and I'm an independent broadcaster here in London. And sir, you spoke about your point number 5, which is to generate electricity and power in Nigeria. And you spoke about transmission, distribution, and generation. But I think it's fair to say that our problems with power goes beyond those three areas. And the main problem that I see here is this. We have a population, or part of the economy, shall we say, those who supply spare parts, the engineers, those who work within that sector, whether it's those that are selling generators, and we know that that issue is perhaps the biggest issue when it comes to our power generation. So my question here is this. How do you plan, number one, and I'm going to take a risk here, to deal with the...
Can you imagine? I'm going to take a risk here. Can you just imagine, for you to know that these people have succeeded in suppressing us for so long? Even as this, our dear sister want talk and she they fear, you know, but she just have to hold herself, make she talk and our principal tackle that question. Hey God, make we hear him.
The big boys, and how do you also plan to address that economy that will then no longer exist because you have generated power? Because I'm sure that they too will rise up against it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you go, Peter. 3 questions.
Let me start with my sister there. He talked about the big, what you're saying is about the big boys who are selling generators. Let me assure you what we've been campaigning on. Our campaign, you have heard them say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Structure of criminality. That is what I mentioned. That Nigeria is being held captive. That structure is structure that have impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there.
We will dismantle it. To be honest, I'm not too happy with Peter Obi for here, Sha. To be honest, I'm not happy. You know why? The garment where my principal wear come this place. So if I leave her for house or inside wardrobe, you know to wear this garment of truth. Now this garment, now they know the plan now. Don't be saying me never see the color of that garment since so, but he can't display around today. He can't, you know, if I don't display around, if all they do, they go like that. No, he's my senior brother.
Elvis. It's Elvis.
Yes, madam.
You see why he wore that garment?
Yes.
That is what a man who wants us to be concentrating on him, what he's saying. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, when they want to speak, they wear black. It's because forget about any other distractions. Focus on what I'm saying. And that's why that black clothing he's wearing is for everybody to focus on what he's saying. Because that's what the world wants to hear. That's why we're even listening to, nobody's talking about his clothes because it's all black. Even though he's very beautiful, he's all black.
Najwa, she's talking about something else.
I'm talking about
something else.
Not
talking about him dealing with the cabal.
What is wearing?
Yes.
The garment of truth.
But his dressing was intentional. His dressing is intentional. No. And he looks very handsome, extra handsome today.
I'm talking about
what Nanja was talking about how he's going to deal with those evil cabals that have killed the Nigeria country into pieces. How he's going to mess them up. Well, Mr. Nanja was.
Yes.
Mr. Nanja, it is good. It is good for him to speak this way, so that those of us that are doubting, those of us that are still looking that Obi is too tough, so they will now be seeing another side of Obi, that if this man comes in, this man is going to be rugged and dogged.
Obi's name is Tsunami. Right?
I also pray if he can make someone like Showore to be the EFCC chairman.
I disagree.
Okay, we go agree and disagree later.
No, I agree. I agree. That's a very good point.
Una body to the hot.
My blood the hot here, and they happy like tomorrow no day.
People wait first. Nah, listen, my people. You know, say in case you don't know, we not be pastor for year, but we can foresee some things. I foreseen Peter Obi becoming the president. I foreseen Peter Obi shaking Nigerian space. when it immediately moved out of PDP. Some of my panelists here disagree at that particular time, but today they are the #1 front runner in terms of the people fighting for Peter Obi. And I also disagree when people say Peter Obi is too soft and all that. I told you guys, if you remember, you know, I said Peter Obi when they look so way. If they talk, hey, he is my senior brother, my cousin. We respect our senior elder brother. Make una no make una wait. That make me the verse say my principal display some ruggedity today, but you know, now that one they pay me say if you never display her, if you just still go there, talk everything we talk, but that say we go. Wait till that word again. I don't want my to talk. I want my person to remember me. He go
dismantle.
Hey, dismantle. Where I hear that one, he said that is a structure of criminality. I see. The real man of Peter Obi, they see so. Peter Obi, when they see so now, soft-minded person, but he doesn't take rubbish. Una go no am, una no worry. Now all of una go they cry, say, this one go prison, the other one go prison. The other... Hold me accountable. Not worry, go and verify. Go and verify us. If you have anything against us, go and verify. Peter Obi, if you see the way my body they sweet me for you, in fact, make I more than not verse. Since we don't get that music, make we find out for Wiki get them. Wiki go
I bet give us Wiki. Thank you.
Wiki go help us play that music.
I don't miss her.
As they sweet us.
And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. As he depend them,
I have to go like this man, I swear.
As he depend us, he depend. Well, you say, as he depend them, he with us. As he with us,
better one.
As he depend them, he with us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them. So, I said, they will know who is who. As he depend them, he with us. As he with us, he go depend them. As he depend them, yeah, he with us. So as he with us, he go depend them. You know.
Yes, una the yeram. That is my. I say for me, looking at Peter Obi's face, though they see the way they speak, my body, see the way they are happy. This is the kind of president I want to have. I want every Nigerians all over the world. Please, everybody stay mute. Noise is coming from somebody. Check your mic. If you are not muted, mute yourself. Thank you. You know, I want to be that Nigerian that will look at my president. I'll be proud of myself. I'll be proud to as a Nigerian. No, but as we take this, so. If they speak, una know they see. If you blind, if you be APC person or PDP, in fact, if you be satanic APC or satanic PDP person, you not get eye. You know they see. Why are you deceiving yourself? Or why are you people deceiving yourselves? You blind? How you see better thing you they say, my brother, if not because say by God, we know say this fight will the fight, so we see the fight for you because at the moment you don't get sense. But don't worry, we'll go fight for you. One Peter will be don't win and you go contact us later. Make we hear with our principal want to talk for you quickly. Make we move on.
I mentioned that Nigeria is being held captive. That structure is structure that impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there. I assure you of that. We're going to turn around the power sector. Nigeria generates about, today, 56,000 megawatts of electricity for 200 million people. And South Africa, the second biggest in terms of economy in the continent, 5 to 6,000, that's 5 to 6,000, sorry. And South Africa, the second biggest economy, 60 million people, generates about 40 to 50,000. And South Africa, in the past 3 months, have declared emergency in power and said anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. So somebody who is 60 million, generating about over 40,000, declared emergency. What do you think somebody with 2 million people generating 5,000 to 6,000 will do war. I'm going to declare war on power, and I'll solve it.
I'm going to declare war on power. You can see the why they complain about this garment where my principal wear console because na two things talk.
Naija was, you know, you're not finished. So he said he later said anybody standing on the way. He said so be.
Will be crushed.
Make we hear and finish.
I'm going to declare war on
Will be
power,
crushed.
and I'll solve it.
I'll solve it.
Anybody who stands on the way, so be it.
Hey God, you know see now, not be me they talk so. Not be me they talk so. Eh?
Naija was.
Me no fit tell you now.
Obi is not soft though.
Me no fit am wa. Say Peter Obi go do am. Wait, we gonna calm down. Watch waiting up, check outside where our principal dey. They say Chatham House today closed. That is the streets. They never see this kind of thing before for London. Since whether they invite anybody come. The streets, make we watch outside.
Incoming president! I'm so short, me or you? I'm too short to carry me. I want somebody to carry me away. Incoming president!
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
For just 5 minutes, just this most sincere thank all of you for being here today. We just came on invitation of the Chatham House, and people always say, why Chatham House? This particular institution has become sort of our engaging to the world to show what we intend to offer. And to you in particular, what we say that the government we want to do requires sacrifice of all of us. We must build a better Nigeria. That's the way it is today. Because
A productive
we want Nigeria
from consumption.
where every one and each of you will be proud to hold your green passport. You'll be proud that if you have a problem, the Nigerian High Commission and Nigerian embassies will deal with it. Yes. Nigeria where you are treated as a second-class citizen in the world.
Is obedient.
This world, and we will show that Nigeria is a great country.
Yes, I see the president live.
That is the next president of Nigeria. If
That
you know
is it, my brother. That is it.
of the country,
That is it.
I'm telling you, if it not happen, may they dissolve the country. Me no want to have another president. God forbid. To fiakwa. God forbid. I don't want to have it. If you know
How many rooms? How many rooms there are so rock? Why I think you go put 31 biological children?
Yes, 31. I don't want you get 31. Let's go to the backstage, my people. The backstage, you know, before Peter Obi started. Let's watch this.
Chatham House, here we come. This is Dyer, Keshi. Yeah. Everybody's there.
That's the logo.
Salute to you guys. And this cantankerous woman here.
That keeps them on their toes.
And my chair is here too. As usual, this is the almighty national chairman of Labour Party.
Am I really almighty? Simple,
Yes.
simple national chair.
Now see a simple national share. Now let's see more backstage.
Joke is real and it's live. We're still talking about the Chatham House tomorrow. The principal is here already and is live. We've also got Aisha, we've got everybody here, and we're ready to go. Watch out tomorrow, it's going to be live. And that's Magda herself. We're talking about Aisha, the most talked about. Hello. How was your, let me just do this, just small, I beg. Okay, just small, I beg. How was your trip? Like when I say the face of the youths in Nigeria, permit me to say. How was
the trip was great. We are here and we're here to make a speech. Like everyone has always had, Peter Obi is always ready to be held accountable, to be criticized, and he's ready to speak to the people, and that's what is really most important. You have a leader who knows the value of people and respects people and has empathy, and is always ready to talk to the people, and that's the most important thing. That's why I say to Nigerians, wherever you meet him, it's not about psychophancy, just ensure that you are asking him the questions. He always had the answer for those questions. I mean, at the end of the day, we know they fear anybody. Now go and verify. If you tell something, we'll check and the thing correct. That's it. So it's a pleasure being here, and we look forward to an engaging session at the Chatham House.
Definitely, that's live and she's here. This one will be field trick. We know they fear, and we they carry and go.
And people always say they go carry placard, come Chatham House. Please, you are welcome. We just come and bring your placard. We know they see anybody ask questions, they will answer you. These are not the
bula blue. Aisha don't finish work for there. He don't finish work for there. Anyway, thank you very much, my people. Let's quickly move on so we can start talking. That is all about Peter Obi right there. Let's move on to Atiku before we take on Keyamo. Now, Atiku, there's more revelation coming out now that Atiku have 31 children, but he has been hiding it for I don't know, for a reason best known to him. So I would like us to listen to his former aide. That one has been talking for a while now. Anyway, I'm not too sure why he came out and started talking, but any kind of talk is helping us right now. We need this kind of talk. Let them talk. Let Wike dismantle Atiku, and then let a aid bond one from the other side dismantle him as well. So that dismantle the time I talk that Jesus. So I mean, not they use that word before. That will be dismantle. Punch out from this side. As they pay them, go to sweet us. Let's listen to what former Atiku's aide have to say here. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Please help us to share.
There were rumors that the Senate wanted to amend the requirements. In 2020, there were rumors that the Senate wanted to amend the requirements for the office of president to raise the minimum qualification. And Atiku had felt that he was the target of that process. And so he had reached out to me frantically via email. In that email, he said that beyond the Senate, his children were also pressuring him, his family basically were pressuring him to run for office, and as such wanted him to acquire by any means necessary a higher certificate that would make him eligible to run for office. And so he wanted me to help him secure admission to any Nigerian polytechnic where he could purchase such a certificate without scrutiny. I secured admissions for him at Federal Polytechnic Ida and Durban Polytechnic in Abuja. He sent money and I paid his fees. But I had advised him that the scrutiny he wanted to avoid was not going to be possible because the ever-vigilant DSS were always around these schools investigating, and so there was no way he was going to avoid scrutiny. Acting on that advice, somehow he secured admission to Anglia Ruskin in the UK. I do not know how he did it, but he secured a master's degree from there. But he didn't go to school because he loves education. He went to school to fulfill his desperation of becoming president of Nigeria. In that email, he had mentioned the fact of his children forcing him, putting him under intense pressure to run for office again. I wondered why, but it didn't take too long for me to find out why. So Hawa is Atiku's daughter, one of his daughters, and she had told me herself that one of the reasons her brothers, especially Mo, whom she mentioned, would do anything for their father to become president was the fact that he knows that he must become a multi-billionaire should his father make it to that office. In her words, nothing will stop him. Now, when you put into perspective the fact that Atiku has 31 biological children, each one of them wanting to become a multi-billionaire, then you'd understand why you should be afraid of letting this family near that space. I was later to speak with Mo himself, and he affirmed what his sister told me. He said that there's no other goal in his life right now than for his father to become president, because he knows that when his father wins, his appetite will become larger. Also, these children want to emulate their father's royalty or royal lifestyle lived abroad. And so it is their dream to relocate abroad with their various families. But they feel that the billions they already have, even by the admission of their father, they are living comfortable lives here, that those billions are not yet enough. They need more. And so they need their father to be in office so they can embezzle more money and relocate. Do you know what it will cost you, this country, for 31 children to aim to be multi-billionaires in a country where we are already short of funding for major critical projects? They'll rip Nigeria dry. You can listen to them. You don't have to take my word for it.
Who complained bitterly about Chidoka. He said Chidoka used daddy's money and didn't deliver. In the end, God was very bitter. You know one thing with no one's daddy to be president, because no knows that when and if daddy becomes president, he will be a multi-billionaire. Nothing will stop him. So he will bet his everything. The thing is, Adamu is highly ambitious, and so is Muhammad. Adamu is very selfish, and so is Muhammad. Adamu likes money, and so does Muhammad.
Just two of them.
Two of them, and so it is two.
And everybody wants to feel closer to that.
There have been instances where I've been interested in, going for an office maybe or what, but for whatever reason, that didn't happen. But I'm just at a point where my primary interest is to see Atiku Abubakar become president. There is no secondary interest for now or tertiary interest or anything. That is the only interest I have now. Now, once they are successful, then I would say my appetite would now become very, very large.
It makes sense.
So that's more what I'm focused on. I'm trying to make him president, like you.
We'll try our best. That's I love you.
Let's see how things go.
Okay.
If I have plenty money now, I can even move my family out of this country.
Money to move your family out of the country is not something you lack, Mohammed.
Really?
No, you just a disguise.
I am my investment advisor.
Do I need to be? I don't need to be now.
You are my investment advisor, so if I have plenty money, but I move them out. See, abroad is not enjoyable if you don't have money.
I agree.
If you're in Nigeria, we are used to having one cook, 2 nannies, 1 driver, 1 houseboy. How many people have 5 staff? To afford 5 staff abroad, you have to be a multi-millionaire.
All right. For that particular video right there, if you want to watch the full video, you can go to Sahara Reporter right there. Now, so we'll get that platform. You go get them. This one came out a couple of hours ago, about 3-4 hours ago. So there are more revelations to come. Let's look out for that. Yes, let's quickly move on to Keyamo, for the Tinubu own. So I would like us to listen to this. This is the last video so that we can start talking. I wanted to take all of them at the same time. Festus Keyamo came out frantically responding to the head of his principal, Tinubu. Let's watch this.
Concerns Nigerians have constantly talked about is his well-being. Joining us on the show this morning to discuss Bola Ahmed Tinubu's chances at the coming election and how he intends to achieve his various promises for Nigeria is Festus Keyamo, spokesperson for the Tinubu Shetima Presidential Campaign Council. Welcome to the morning show. Now let's just start off with what I just talked about with regards to the health status of your candidate before we go on to other issues, because this is a big issue for many Nigerians. Many Nigerians have questioned his fitness for the position of the #1 CEO, if I could put it that way, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They talked about mental and physical agility, which is in question with regards to your candidate.
Well, no matter how much they repeat it, the opposition and the section of the press, no matter how much they parrot it, the fact remains that there is no evidence to the contrary that my candidate has some kind of health issues. I said it on this program before, that the strategy has been to repeat a lie 1,000 times until that lie sticks out as the truth. But as I speak with you, in the last few weeks, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been more active on the campaign trail than any other candidate. He has been going around day to day, hour to hour, from place to place, having several meetings. And after all of the rallies, he continues consultations till the wee hours of the morning. So how else can one prove his fitness other than that? So like I said, now, bam, this program opens. The first thing you ask is about health. It's just a strategy of the opposition to continue to stick this and repeat it 1,000 times. But let me tell you this. Ordinary Nigerians watching their television screens, reading about his itinerary, they have made up their minds. I can tell you that. No matter how much you continue to repeat it, there is no problem at all with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. For me, really, to spend the hold on. For me, really, to spend the first 5 minutes of this program talking about health issue that does not exist is actually absolute waste of time, because I want to go to more serious issues.
We will move to issues, but you must admit that the health status of a candidate who is vying for the #1 position in Nigeria is important. When you go to even the private sector and you want to take on an important job,
make una watch how Festus Keyamo wanted to attack this innocent woman. How he wanted to attack him. Just watch.
You'll be asked to go for medicals in sports, in different sectors. So I don't think it's remiss for Nigerians to ask for the status of their presidential candidate, bearing in mind that the current president, who is under your party, has also been out of the country for a considerable number of days in his time, in office. So it's important for Nigerians to know how fit the presidential candidate is. And so I'll just ask one more time before we move on to the next thing, just to check where you say that it is baseless. In Mina, he was rushed off stage. There's some reasons given. There are videos of your presidential candidate going off his train of thought while speaking. As Mr. Kaide mentioned, it's not about the fact that it is the honesty and declaring and being honest with the electorate of Nigerians who want to vote for a credible leader come February 25. And so it's not, just to respond to that, there are a number of videos way beyond the slips of tongue you've mentioned of the other presidential candidates that your candidate has made in recent times. Too many to mention.
Now you are making a statement. You're not even asking the question.
Now here the wahala just start. Make una watch. Now here the wahala. A simple question they ask you. Check the reaction of Festus Keyamo.
It is wrong. That is what I call the tyranny of the microphone. You just sit behind the microphone every day in the morning and you make profound statements and you don't know the weight of the statement you are making. For example, you say my candidate was rushed off stage in Mina. That is not true. That is absolute false. How can you say there? How can you stay there and make such a statement? And it is not true. Show the clips to Nigerians. You are a television station. Show the clips.
It's on record.
There was nothing like that. After the Mina event, no, don't argue. If you want to argue with me, then come and be a co-debater. You can't sit down there as a journalist, ask questions, I will answer you. You made a statement now to millions of Nigerians this morning, saying my candidate was rushed off stage. How can you say that? After the event in Mina that day, he went on to commission different projects in Mina on that same day. Show me the clip where he collapsed, where they held him, where they took him. How can you, a television station, make such a statement? It is very, very unfortunate. And I'm saying it's wrong.
All right.
And I would demand an apology for that because there was no such incident that happened. You talk about slip of tongue and gaps and all of that, train of thought. Atiku just said in Katsina, what's it called, in Kogi, 2 days ago. He said that they should vote for the APC.
Okay.
He went to Nasarawa, he was calling Nasarawa a country. No, hold on, let me finish. You said something. He went to Nasarawa, he was calling Nasarawa a country. Peter Obi? And so many other things like this. So, in terms of the tiredness of the campaign trail, whether it's your young candidates or old candidates, when you stomp from place to place every day, once in a while, you will make these little gaps here and there, little slip of tongue. It happens even in the most civilized world. So, please, I want to let you know that I will not even go back to that issue again because we are restructuring the issue of health in order to stick it to Nigerians and, make a lie be the truth. I will not answer questions on that again. It is not true.
And this is, when you were here the last time, we had asked you a question around the president being on the campaign trail with your presidential candidate. And good news, he's now going, he's been to Adamawa State as his first stop and then gone to Yobe State. Now, it's a statement he made in Yobe State I'd like you to respond to. He had mentioned that your presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will build on his legacies for rebuilding Nigeria. And this brought to mind questions for a number of Nigerians as to which of his legacies would Asiwaju be building on. We reviewed the economy. It has been said, and days after, Asiwaju had said that the economy was in a dire state. Well, the next president will potentially be inheriting a 77 trillion naira debt. We have a double inflation at the moment, the highest since 1999. We look at the security architecture of the country, nothing to write home about. So the big question is, what legacies or what was the president referring to that Asiwaju would build on?
Well, let me come straight to your question. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, we build on a legacy of infrastructural development. That is what, you can see what we have done in 7.5 years. It has eclipsed and surpassed what they did in 16 years of PDP. When it's Asiwaju's drug issue, the press feasted on it. When it's Asiwaju's drug issue, the press feasted on it.
Hi, now, wow. All right.
See why I said his son is fake? Senior advocate of nonsense. He cannot be a son, shouting like a madman that's in the marketplace.
The reason why he was doing that because Rufai, I think Rufai is on holiday.
He should go back to the asylum where he belongs.
Yeah, I think Rufai is on holiday, Abate is on holiday, and this lady, Ayo, she's new to the media, and the other guy is also new, so he decided to intimidate them. You see how he was telling them to shut up and let him speak. It's very, very sad. We can't continue like this. You can't continue. You cannot dare have this kind of people in power. Everybody will suffer. That's it. That's just how it is. Everybody will suffer. And for some of you, or those of you that live abroad and you are clamoring or campaigning for people like this, I will ask you, is this how they are treating you in the country where you reside, where you live right now? If you live in UK, America, or any other developed country, do they treat you like this? This is very sad.
Sir Elvis, I just noticed something. Sorry for cutting in. They always say the obedience are aggressive. The obedience are very wild. The obedience are rude. This is a representation of the evil APC party. And he says he's a senior advocate of idiocracy. See how he's responding to a woman. See how he's responding on national TV. Where are the naysayers that say obedience are rude? Just take a look, just to answer a question. You're already yelling like a madman. I just wanted to say that.
I'm shocked myself. I'm shocked. Anyway, thank you very much, my people, for joining us.
And Jawash, just to add to what Madam Rita said,
hold on,
these are the people.
Oh, just hold on.
Okay.
Okay. You are first here, so I'm coming to you right away. Thank you very much, my people. I can see Irene's Finest right there on the comment section. Thanks very much for joining us. Sky Stream, I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to every one of you. Omo, yes, Connor in the building. Good evening to you, George Blue Shell. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Can see the barrister is right there as well with us. Thanks for joining us. Please help us to share this broadcast and like. Unfortunately, I can't measure all names right now because we have a lot of comments right there on the comment section. So, but I just want to say thank you very much, my people. God bless every one of you right there. Thank you. Alex, you have your turn. Talk to us in 6 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I greet those on the comment section. I salute you. My fellow panelists, Mr. Jawash and your technical team, thank you for the work you're doing. So these are the people that want to rule in prosy. Should, God forbid, should it even happen in their dreams that their principal wins, which can never happen, because there is no paraphernalia, there is no moral wherewithal, there is nothing. Forget about the shouting, whatever they are doing. It's just the last strokes. They can't do nothing. These are the people that want to, rule with Chetima. So they've already shared the position. They're all working very hard. But unfortunately, like Mr. Peter Obi said, the most powerful thing is an idea that its time has come. So they're just a bunch of corrupt people. The country has been with them. The Lagos that they built. Look at Lagos. When it rains, you'll be wondering if you are in Thailand or something. If you are in a riverine, state. So I'm not surprised the way Keyamo is disgracing himself. When your time has come, your time has come. The eternal rancors, the PDP, APC, Kriku Krakom, the fighting in-house, it has never happened in Nigerian history. So everything works out for Obi without even him. He did not pay Wike to do what he did. He did not ask Atiku to treat Wike the way he was treated. He did not ask Tambuwa to betray Wike. And he did not ask APC not to bring out Osinbajo, who is more qualified, who would have even gotten a little bit of the pinch of votes. So Obi is just a man that has destiny following him. You cannot fight a man that is destined for something. You're going to see this election is going to be the most peaceful, the most calm election ever. You will see it's going to beat the record of the MKO Abiola's election. Forget about the noise making. Anything that's going to happen is going to happen in Lagos. Lagos is just one state. One state. Outside Lagos, Tinubu is dead. He's finished. Like his career is dead. And even in the Lagos, if he's not careful, he will lose. In fact, he will lose woefully because people are being intimidated. Just the same character this so-called son was displaying on air. I like the way that woman just calmed down and allow him disgrace himself. Allow him show the aggressiveness that these guys are coming to show us. So, like Peter Obi was saying, he's going to dismantle them. Let him enter there. He's already showing you some flashes, some flashes of light about his character. He's not as calm as you think. He's not stupid. He's not dumb. This guy is a leader. He's a father. He's a husband. He has been a chairman of banks. You can't. I mean, he has been a governor. You can't be in such position and be a push around or a mandibular walkabout. No, Obi knows what he's doing, and I trust his capacity. I haven't gone into research on my own. The guy is good, and Festus Keyamo's political career is. They know that everything is just written everywhere that they've reached their end, and even the monies that they stole, the 77 trillion naira they stole, they know that Obi is coming for them. Yes, Obi is coming for them. It's just to talk to nations, and all those money will be brought back home. It's just bank transfers. It will come if they will not go to jail. So for me, it's just ranting. Niger Wash, let me tell you something. Peter Obi's movement is not just human. It's not just ordinary. It's not just me and you. There's something behind him. I cannot explain it, but I know there's something working for him. Look at the reception. Look at the backstage. Look at the love. And look at the way people are getting their PVCs. Look at the strength, the momentum. Nobody's paying anybody. First time in Nigerian history, even MKO Abiola spent money. He spent a lot of money. He distributed things, milk, Abiola, we had Abiola milk, Abiola rice, Abiola this and that. He spent so much money, millions of dollars. So Obi is just natural, organic. And anything organic, it stays longer. It stands the test of time. They said we are just four in one room pressing computer. A governor once said we will soon run out of steam. They said it's a face. Somebody said it's a face, it will pass. but the guy just keep growing from strength to strength. Look at a man with love. You cannot give what you don't have. When the man talks, I see love in him. It takes love for a governor to leave $150 million in the government, in the government treasury. It takes love for your people. To leave 10 billion naira in different accounts. It takes love. Not to have a plot of land to your name or your children's name in a state you rule as a governor. It takes love. It takes love to leave your comfort zone on Christmas Day and spend it with displaced people. It takes love to go to, people who are affected by flood. It takes love to look at your citizens and say, I want to take you from consumption to production. It takes love to point to your citizens how you can turn their vast wasted land into farming activities and economic power. So Obi is a man that has love. And when a leader do not have love, what brings us here every day, Nigeria Watch, over the years now is love. Love for our people, love for our land, love for our nation. Our leaders over the years don't know the meaning of love. Starting from their families, they marry 100 wives. They don't know the meaning of love. They don't know how to care for human beings, let alone their fellow citizens. It takes love to bring in investors for the sake of the children who are not born by you, but they are citizens. They deserve to have a place to work. They deserve to be employed without knowing anybody who will give them a reference letter. It takes love to want to save your nation. It takes love to tell your would-be vice president. Like Obi said, when he approached him, he told him, Ahmed, you and I will save this country. Let's save our people. It takes love. So Tinubu and Keyamu and the rest of them, Atiku, they don't have love. I'm not surprised. Atiku has 31 children. Those are the ones we even know. 31 are the ones we even know, the recognized ones. And all of them are desperate to be billionaires at the expense of Nigerian money. They are making competition with themselves. So, Aisha Buhari was quoted as saying that she has dreamt of her husband being the president because her husband fought for this country. Dangote's family are bragging with money. So it's their turn. During Buhari missing in action saga those days, she was bragging in the government house. And now really they came, they saw, and they took our monies. So it's the end of the game for all of them. We will not have another. We will never have another Buhari again. A sick man to a sick nation. I'm not mocking him with his head, the version of Tinubu. Even Atiku is not feeling fine. You cannot cheat nature. Come to think of it. At such age, 80s, late 70s, one ought to be relaxing. The fallacious argument is they keep pointing at Biden. American president is old. America has good roads. They have security. They have good education. America has electricity. America has water to drink. America has welfare for their citizens if there is emergency like flooding and natural disaster. When it comes to age, they are very quick to compare America. They don't compare America with the way they treat their citizens. They don't compare American passport with Nigerian passport. So please don't give me that fallacious America president is old, your president must be old. No, we are going forward. We need younger men, vibrant men. Macron became French president at the age of 39. The prime minister of Finland, she just got married about last year or so. She was 34 when she came to power. The prime minister of Finland, a lady. So things are changing. The world is evolving. We must not be left behind. We've been killed. We've been cheated. We've been abandoned by this same crop of men. Among Tinubu and Atiku, who has not been in power for the past 20 years, one way or the other, since 1999, who has not been in power? And what did they do? How have they impacted their own state or their village? You've been in power, you build you go outside the country for medical checkup, just for checkup. Shame on you. You call yourself a billionaire, you sold all our assets. You privatized, you sold them to your friends and your cronies in your name. In their name. You are the one running the show behind the scene. And you think we will not know. The time has come for a new Nigeria, guys. We will not bow down to these guys anymore. Kayamo can shout, he can rant, he can intimidate a lady on air. I love the way that woman went silent on him so that he can express himself, so that we will know the kind of people that are campaigning for a would-be president. Aggressive people. They are coming to kill more Deborahs. They are coming to continue the kidnapping. Look at the lady asking a question. He could not answer. Will you continue your presidential candidate said he will continue from the legacy.
Okay, Mr. Alex.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, round up in 30 seconds, please.
Okay. That lady was asking, he said, your presidential candidate said he will continue from the legacy of Buhari. What legacy? Killings, kidnapping, looting, borrowing, fraud. So guys, let's not be misled. Obi is the only way to go. He has put our name again on the world map, which is displayed today in the UK. I'm very happy with that. So I will drop it there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Madam Rita, please talk to us.
Yes, thank you very much. Dismantle. I know Peter Obi said I'm going to dismantle the corrupt system. I think I would prefer obliterate, expunge, burn to ashes the corrupt system that we have. You see this Chatham interview, I think we're going to have it even post-elections. We're going to be talking about it. Even when Peter Obi is the president, we're going to be making references to the Chatham House interview as well as other interviews and town halls he has been having in Nigeria as well. As per that typical questions about some people are worried that the number of opposition, when he becomes president, like the ones that are in the National Assembly, whether it would be a kind of like a hindrance or a snag, to his administration. That is a typical question for those people who are sitting on the fence. So they want to argue that and say he doesn't have any chance because if you look at the National Assembly, there's nobody that's a Labour Party. Oh, well, some people haven't still woken up. When a leader whose head is screwed in the right direction, all others, all in capital letter, all others will follow. It will be very easy to identify the true enemies of Nigeria. All will be exposed. So if Peter Obi brings a bill to say, I want every diasporan to be voting henceforth, we will not look at our states. We will not look at the representative of our states that are opposing that bill. Then we will know our enemies. So we are getting there. We are getting there. And as per the crowds of the crowd that were in at Chatham House, I see it as an extension of the yearnings of the Nigerians in diaspora. Yearnings for good governance, yearnings for good leadership in Nigeria. We're just yearning for something good. And we've seen a gift that God has given us in the duo of Ahmedati and Peter Obi. It's an extension of what we feel in our heart. And I think this is a clarion call to all diasporans that you should try and do anything that you can, whether you're in Asia, North America, Europe, Australia, Antarctica, wherever you are. Please do everything you can to support Peter Obi. Even if you cannot, those of you who have voters card and in diaspora, please, if you can travel to vote, thank you. If you can support or encourage those people back home in Nigeria to say, you know what, you need to vote for Peter Obi. It's not just saying it. You need to explain to them the reasons why, the way their present condition and how things could change when Peter Jirokobi becomes president. You need to do that. So it's a clarion call, everyone. Please do everything you can by prayers, sending money, not sending money to go and enjoy it, like I said. Please, let's try and do everything that we can. If you can make t-shirts, apron, wristband, face cap, share to the rural areas, share around people that you know, because that's where they are going. That's where the major electorates are. In the marketplace, do what you can. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. If you can afford to just donate one apron or one face cap or one t-shirt, you have done something. You have done something. And please make sure it is the logo on those souvenirs that you are making. The logo of the Labour Party, showing a finger, pressing and selecting the Labour Party logo. Please do that. And I believe this will be the last year. Every diasporans, just know this. This will be the last year in our lifetime where we cannot vote from diaspora. Those of you who want to now travel, think of the money you're going to spend for tickets. If Nigeria was a working country, you will have been able to vote either by going to the embassy around you, you carry your ID like your passport, like you're a citizen, or you can even do it online in the comfortable part of your living room and just log in and then you vote. So just know that this is the last time that we will experience not being able to vote just because we're in diaspora. So we should all this is a clarion call to all Nigerians in diaspora. And as per Aisha Yusuf, she said something that really caught my attention. She said it's not about psychophancy. It's about asking questions. Psychophancy, all those shouting, is a chairman, Rankadede, Megida, Oga, big madam. Those are psychophancy. That is not what we need now. Peter Obi said in Canada, don't praise me, don't hail me until after I have finished the first 4 years. Then you see what I've done, then you can hail me. So the man is not all about psychophancy like the ones that are shouting Agbado, and it's just rubbish. It's not about that. Politics is not played by hailing. Politics is played by what you can do physically. It's seen after you've done it, after you've made all your promises being made and it's implemented, and it is eye mark, something you can see, feel, and you can touch, and you say this man actually did what he said. Then you can start to hail. Let us stop this psychophancy. Like Aisha Yusuf said, it's not about psychophancy. We obedient, we're not just being sycophants, hailing Peter Jirokobi. We know this man can do what he says he's doing. He has proven it. Go and verify. And as per what the former vice president, Agbado, this is the new age. I think most of these analog leaders, in fact, some of their surrogates like the fake Keyamo, I think most of them haven't really realized the new Nigeria. They haven't realized it. Do you guys, I think everybody, by now should know that when the age of technology, you can have a video recorder. Your phone, your cell phone is not just the only gadget you can have as a video recorder. You can have it in your pens. I've seen it. Your pen, your breast pen. You see most of these men that put pen in their breast, some of them have cameras. Even the glasses. It's not even like something that is hidden. My optometrist, they sell glasses that have video. They can be, I'm wearing my medicated glasses, but it has video. We have wristwatches, rings, wall sockets. The sockets, they have videos everywhere. So these people, they just think that it's just the old brigade, the old ways of doing things. And they just feel that, nobody can have any evidence against me. They are dreaming. Welcome to the new age, Agbado and Mikano. Welcome to the new age of technology. Everybody is smart now. If you have access to those things, buy a lot of them. Those of my brothers in Asia, in China, and all that, my Igbo brothers especially, please buy those gadgets and send it to your people. They need to use it so we can be disgracing these people, so that we can help the Labour Party. If they want to lie and want to take it to the judiciary, we have enough proof, video evidence. And there's one thing that Mr. Mike said. He said Mikano reached out to him frantically, unquote, frantically, means a man that is panicking, a man that is desperate, and that is what all of them are running helter-skelter. They're all frantic just to be the president of Nigeria by all means. They're all panicking. Peter Obi has become a tsunami. He has become a headache. He has become a cancer to the wicked system that they have been practicing since. And there's something about, he said, Angla Ruskin. Those of you in England, I don't know if that university, we should start questioning Angla Ruskin University. How did Agbado get that certificate? So if we are listening to all these things, we also need to start asking questions and demand that Anglia Ruskin University in the UK, please show us how this man went to school, how you admitted him, and how you gave him a certificate. They must be exposed, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. We need to start calling out names. That's why I said that fake Ajiboye guy that was asking that stupid question.
Anglia Ruskin is in Cambridge. It's Cambridge.
Okay, my brother is in Cambridge. There, we should be questioning them. How did he get the certificate? We should be going that far. So because some people in diaspora, some in the West, some agencies in the West support the evil, corrupt practices of these people. So they need to be called out. They need to be called out. When you talk about 31 kids, even in the US, the Americans were complaining about how much taxpayers' money was being used to protect former President Donald Trump's family. They were complaining because it's a lot of money. It's not just the children. You guys have forgotten children have spouses and then they have their children extended. Nigeria, do we know how much we are spending on Buhari's children and their spouses and the grandchildren? Do you know how much taxpayers' money is being spent? So you can imagine a man that has 31 children and counting, because I believe we are still counting. Just like the wives, we are still counting. The last one I heard was Morocco. So we are still counting. So before, even some of them might even deliver this month. It might even have 5 more children. So if we think about the taxpayers' money that we are going to be using for these people, it's mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling. And when he talked about Mikano's children, it just shows the face of the children, these spoiled, entitled children of these evildoers of Nigeria. They are in it. So nobody should come and tell me, most of them are innocent, they don't know, they cannot talk to their parents. They are participants, full participants. If you notice these days, most politicians now, like Iyocha Ayu, when he went to Edo State, he introduced everybody to his son. All those men you see when they are APC and PDP, you see all those, any other younger person you see there is a child or is a son or a daughter of one big politician there. So they are putting them in the system because they have all laid themselves on where they want to milk Nigeria. They will just place them as director. They'll just create one office, director or something, and money is just, billions is just going. That is what Atiku's son, Mikano's son, was referring to. That is the whole idea. His aim, at least he has told us, this is what I call the extension of the Emilokon legacy manifesting in real life by extension of their children. His aim, he said, is to focus to make money, to move his children out of the country.
Round up in a minute.
Okay, round up in a minute. Okay, I'll just go to the recalcitrant fake son. I think I don't blame Arise TV because I think they have no choice but to bring the lowest of the lowest representative of the APC. So, it's unfortunate, but we have to say. And he talked about speaking about lies. Dele Farotimi said something. He said, when the Agbado camp, with their lies have become a big ball, and it gets to a point, it becomes flat. It bursts and becomes flat. So they all belong to the Hall of Shame. We should use our PVC, send these people to the Hall of Shame, and send them to the asylum where they belong. And he said, tyranny of the mic, that fake son, Kenyamo said, is actually tyranny of the mic on his part, because he has become a tyrant to everybody that asks serious questions concerning Nigeria. He's a tyrant. I will call Festus fake senior advocate of nonsense a tyrant, and is a disgrace to the law profession. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, moderator, for your submission. I appreciate you all. Before we move on now to CM, I would like us to see more reactions from Chatham House today on the backstage, rather on the streets. See how Nigerians reacted. There are more video coming out right now, but I'd like us to quickly see to this. Please help us to share this broadcast because I can see more people joining us right now. Live with Natu, we can see right there. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. I can see more people right there, but I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's quickly go through this video. Please share and like. God bless you all. If it's your first time here as well, don't forget to subscribe with us and hit the notification bell. In most times, we not remember to talk that one, but still, subscribe with Nigeria Watch, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we are here. Let's watch this.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is DGM TV, live from Chatham House, London. We are reaching you from Chatham House. We have a lot of Nigeria out here. The venue is packed full. As such, a lot of people couldn't get in. People have been here since 11. As you can see, there are a lot of crowd out here, Nigerians, who waiting expectantly to see the incoming president of Nigeria. These are Nigerians out here. The hall is packed full, and as such, people cannot go in. That's why you see a lot of people out here.
Look at there now. Look at there. Look at them.
These are Nigerians on midway for the country, came all the way from different parts of the United Kingdom. You can see the crowd out here. People could not go in. We have a Nigerian here with us, a supporters of Labour Party. Sir, can you please tell us your name? Okay. We are here to welcome the incoming president of Nigeria. I'm sure you are an ardent supporter of Peter Obi to become the president. What is your take on his visit to Chatham House?
I think I have to because in as much as I know, he is the least competent.
Do you think Peter Obi will be able to deliver, considering the situation that Nigeria is currently facing at the moment?
When somebody is talking like this, it's only responsible. So you know he's not able to say. And that's the way he's there. Understand? And if you take from the past record, we are living an exemplary life. Children are not being pampered. They are not in my God, my God. We gave them really adequate education. And even as far as I can tell you that they don't even have a car. Like they cannot do the car, they can buy a car. Other presidents, other government aspects, that's and make sure that family is taken care of. Not only for him, it's not governing himself. Security, work opportunity, and all these things. I mean, it's me for one, I'll just pick up. There's no good environment.
Your tracksuit, everything. Thank you.
This is not Obi saying. This is money. Fantastic brain. The Nigerians are the greatest people in the whole world. Nigeria as a country is the richest country in the whole world. Nigerians are the most intelligent people. Nigeria are the smartest people. Nigeria are the most successful people in every sector in this world. And then we decide to allow Boo-Boo to be our president. That was where we got it wrong. Now we have candidates. We have Atiku that says he steals through special vehicle, God knows what. Personal confession. We have Valapu. We have the high current to roast plantain. The high voltage to roast corn. The Abado King is telling us now that he wants to go to Nigerians run the country.
Yeah, it's true.
We do not need somebody who will enter government today, the next day is in London for medical.
Another people.
And we don't even know what is
other people.
Shetima, you and I know Shetima has vowed to destroy the Igbos. It's on record. And anybody who wants to destroy the Igbos, invariably wants to destroy the Igbos.
It makes no secret of it.
Because the Igbo man lives in every part of Nigeria. No. We're discussing Nigeria now because they say Igbo people, they don't sell land to foreigners. No, Igbo man comes to your land. The land you sell to your fellow brother for 100 naira, you sell to an Igbo man for 800 naira. He will still buy it. He will buy it. He will sell markets. Your small town will turn to city. Igbo man will expand it. Igbo man will create jobs. Igbo man will settle okay will open shop in the next street. It continues. Okay will bring people from the village and make it grow. They are still in this Nigeria. Now they have a candidate that can unite Nigeria. You are saying no, he's an Igbo candidate. Imagine that kind of when Obasanjo came to power, was he a Yoruba candidate? No. Umaru Yar'Adua came to power, was he a Hausa Fulani candidate? No. When Atiku was vice president of Obasanjo, was he a Fulani candidate? No. When Jonathan, let me discuss Jonathan, thank you. Listen, because people always, listen, no, I'm very serious. People always say, Jonathan is somebody that they have given to the South. Jonathan is their candidate. Jonathan was never our candidate. Listen carefully, they have picked Jonathan and forced him on us because they know that the man is not that man. They want to put him here, and that is why Nigeria president so far that they could just because they know. Now we are saying Obi, M2 Nigeria's Nadeko, all the people that vote for we are all from all parts of Nigeria. Now that we have it, is ready to fight this good fight for us. Party. We would have rejected it. Will you vote for him? No. Okay, so if he comes and contests now, will you vote for him? No. If Soludo comes now, will you vote for him? No. Tell me, will you vote for him? No. Tell me that one person that will come now that has a shady character that is going to support. No. Obi is somebody who has come to fight for all Nigerians. Obi is a Nigerian. So our vote is for Obi. You understand? He's healthy, he's sound, he's ready to work. From day one, Obi will step into the ring and fight for everybody. You understand? So we should not fold our hands and let these idiots, whatever they are, say that he's an Igbo candidate. That is something they can only say against him.
What do you have to say about the Igbo elites or the political class who have ganged up against Obi?
It's a good thing.
In an attempt
it's
to
a good thing. It's a good thing because it goes to show you that he is not the Igbo candidate. If they were together now saying let us project Obi, then people will say, oh, look at the Igbos, they are rallying for him. Now the Igbos are coming out. Even the state governor of the state is saying that he's not supporting him. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Listen, the man that is hated the most.
People are leaving Nigeria because Nigeria has become inhabitable. We cannot go on. If Nigeria continues the way it is going today, Nigeria will be destroyed and we will not have any home to go to. Nigeria still remains our home and we must protect Nigeria at all costs. Thank you very much.
Wow. Nigeria still remains our home. We must protect it. We must fight for it. Freedom, you can't get it for free. You have got to fight for it. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I'm Yes Corner. Thanks for your super chat earlier on. Anybody watching us right now, if you're on the comment section, if you are not on the comment section, as long as you're watching this broadcast, please hit on the $sign right there. Encourage us to do more for you. Help us to share, like the broadcast as well. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to us. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we're on air like this, talking about the things that's affecting you and I. Appreciate every one of you on the comment section. I can see me on Nagboye. I'm surprised, you be my friend though, but one time I can't say, make I felt leave you first, me election finish, more come become brothers again, as we felt be. But now, I say I don't manage convert you because even last week, now Atiku, now you they talk for president, Atiku for president, but I'm surprised I see comment for you just now say Peter Obi must become president this year. Hey, that means I'm doing a great job here. Una where they talk say I know they try for year. Simon Nangbo, you know my brother. But I surprised saying I think we they support all this. Why? But right just now I see say he don't change now. Peter Obi. Now God will bless all of us for here. Where could I help us share? Where could I help us share? God bless every one of you. CM, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening. Okay. Good evening, Niger Watch, and good evening,
Good evening.
everybody. My regards to those that have spoken before me and those that will speak after me. Today is indeed a day to celebrate. Personally, I'm happy today for one particular reason. P2B's appearance at the Chatham House was a thing of joy. Not only because of what he said, but the way he ended it. I call probably P2B must be listening to Niger Watch. Though I can't claim originality quotation, but that is my favorite quotation. That there is one thing that is stronger than all the armies, all the military of this world. That is an idea whose time has come. That's what P2B used to end all the question and answer session. And after that, he started, they ordered everybody out. He said, the time has come. This the idea whose time has come. He is the idea whose time has come. So going into details of all that he said, I want to point on one or two things. The first person to ask him a question regarding let him stand up and condemn IPOB, that IPOB's activity is alarming rate. You see, these are Bado journalists or people sent in there to come and ask a question. Like you pointed out, he said it's a short question or whatever, but he was fidgeting. There's a place called Niger State, 25 local governments, 7 local governments effectively under the grip of bandits. Obi visited there, even with their flag. ISIS flag is flying in Niger State. Nigerian media won't talk about that. But the moment Soludo wanted to criticize P2B and withdraw support, people will rise up in arms. Igbos are not united. Igbos will talk. In fact, if someone asks today, on the last clip you showed, I'm so happy that the so-called Igbo elites, the lives of 4 houses all over the world, Jews or Kalo, Rochas, Okorocha, they are not part of P2B. The guy said it's best. Those people are supporting P2B. It will be a burden to him. He won't satisfy their ego. So it is that they are separate. The real people that matter are those people that came out at your nation and thousands or millions came out for him. So so when somebody, I hope that people will also learn on Niger Watch that, effective that solution that tomorrow now one senator whose money must have finished, I think will get to come and say something, or Tinubu distributed money. When he says something, some people let these people, let them unite. Unite with a thief. If Obi is not uniting with criminals, how do you expect an average voter to unite with them? That is the issue. Obi has led everything. As from now on, there's no question. The fate of every other person has been sealed. His fate as the next president of Nigeria has been effectively confirmed today before the international community. If you look at what the British press will write tomorrow, they will tell you, this is the chap. Look at the way he answered the questions. These are questions he has been answering since last year. What will you do about this? From consumption to production, the structure of criminality, he will dismantle it. I know Obi said he will dismantle it. Sister Madam Rita added obliterate. Let me add my own. Pulverize, because we are in Niger Watch, we are learning. If Obi says he will dismantle the structure of criminality, and Madam Rita said it is better to be obliterated, it will be pulverized. So this is Niger Watch. That's why we are here. So what he said to be honest, I'm happy he appeared Chatham. Nobody will ever query his credentials. to the position I want, unless the person just is chief of himself. There is no way you look at the man, he's well this job equipped and he what he's doing. Now,
Your
from
network
what
is
people are
affected.
saying now, like, what do they call this type of people? Maybe what they call like a man in
Your network.
skeleton. Oh, wait. Oh God.
Your network. I think say you don't sort this network out since 2020. We don't enter 2020
you
now.
will. Oh God, what is this?
And when you talk better thing like this, your network will come from nowhere. Begin the Oga CM. Okay, let's come back to you, Oga CM. Sort that out because we struggle to hear you right now. Let's go to Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike, good evening to you, sir. Talk to us on what we have presented so far.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you once again, sir.
It's nice to be here again. You know, sometimes I try not to say certain things.
Sir, we have some noise on your background, or maybe a gadget is playing. Please turn it off.
You are too sensitive.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's done. Thank you.
It's okay now?
Yes, better. It's better. Talk to us, sir.
Madam is in the kitchen, so she's also enjoying her program on television. So
I just said I better pounded yam, Mr. Ike want eat this with
my brother no pounded yam, but today I eat beans and plantain.
Aye, see, better life. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Listen, I think that no honest person living that is mocking an old man or mocking somebody that is sick. Sickness is not the making of anybody, and old age is a blessing. Every one of us is praying to live long, to see our children, our grandchildren, even possible great-grandchildren. And that's why our parents always pray for us that we live older more than dead. You know, it is always painful when young people die before their parents. So old age is a blessing.
Yes.
So any honest Nigerian we are not mocking Tinubu of his age, but we are trying to be honest. We are trying to face facts. And in old age, there are things that you cannot do anymore without the help of somebody. What I did about 40 years ago, I cannot do it right now. Even though I want to do it right now, I am going to be very, very extremely careful for me to do that, because I know that the way I was doing it 40 years ago, I don't care about what it will come out for because of my young age. But right now, by the grace of God, I'm 60. There are certain things I still do, but I do it with carefulness. I do it with the sense that, listen, you are no more the same Ike you used to be years ago. So that is all what we're saying. If Tinubu is healthy at his age, if he's healthy at his age, he can run the presidency of Nigeria. But the fact remains that he's not healthy. The fact remains that medically he's sick. The fact remains that the people that are following him know that he is sick. The fact remains that the people that are pushing him and using him, they know that he has a short time to live because they want to use him as a stepping stone to take over their sorrow. That is just the politics that have been played. The Keyamo of a guy knows this is the politics that is being played. Femi Fani Kayode, who claimed to be intelligent, who claimed to know everything, is playing the same politics. The chairman of APC and his group, who are pushing him, who are helping him to raise his hand up, people who are pushing him to the stage, they know that this man is sick. They know that this man cannot put one or two words together without making a mistake. He loses touch with his brain and his mouth. So it's a fact. We are not mocking it. It's a fact. So what we're trying to say that at his age, by now, if he's not healthy, he's supposed to be at home, be an elder statesman. Maybe, with his political clout, support somebody, and be in support of a candidate. Nobody is going to question, nobody will be talking about all these things we are talking. So when somebody like Gohemo come to the national television to begin to deny facts that I see, begin to try to defend indefensible, it is laughable a country like Nigeria, where things like this can always take place. So APC supporters and those who are supporting Agbado people, listen, nobody is mocking your candidate, but we're trying to state the fact that this man is sick, and without being aided, Tinubu cannot do anything on his own for 20 minutes. And that is a bad sign for a country like Nigeria that is already dead. The country is on a flat note. And somebody is pushing somebody who you know that he cannot think in the next 15 minutes to run a country that is almost buried. So this is the point. And it's because of this structure of criminality, people like Festus Keyamo is a senior advocate of Nigeria. I don't know from which bar association, which law school, or under which government administration that they made this man a son. Because I've been trying to figure out, I've been trying to remember so many senior advocates of Nigerians that I know up to today. I cannot understand how this man became a son. It's a politics of who know man that is being played in Nigeria. So I don't know how this man can defend anybody in the law court. So let the people know that we are not, I'm not against Tinubu on his old age. I'm only talking about physical and mental ability that he's not fit to be president of Nigeria. Pure and simple. So anybody who is making that plan to vote this young man, or those people who are pushing him, they know that they're pushing the man to his grave. Because they know that maybe after 6 months, the man will not have even the single knowledge of what is going around him. Then his vice president, who has always said that he's going to be in charge of security, be able to take over the government. And you know what Nigeria is going to look like. So, I mean, it is sad that every time he comes on television, he talk about, when they ask him a simple question, he begins to go around so many stories, trying to bully a journalist, trying to bully the people that are asking questions, trying to make so much noise. But I thank God, like Sister Rita said, the calmness of that lady of Arise Television, allowing him to say all the stuff that he wants to say. So that is by the way. And another thing I want to remind us, like I said before I went to close my center door, I said I don't want to say certain things, because we are almost approaching to the boiling point of the election. But sometimes some people, whenever they make a comment, they talk about, oh, the Igbos are against themselves, the Igbos are that, the Igbos are that. Listen, I have to be honest with you. There is no section of Nigeria that is more Nigerian than an Igbo man. No single section in Nigeria is more Nigerian than an Igbo man. From the south to the west, to the north and south of Nigeria, anywhere you go, you find an Igbo man established. from north, from Kano to Katsina, from Katsina to Sokoto, from Sokoto to Kano, to Bauchi, to Gongola, to Adamawa, to Gombe, to Borno State, even Borno State. You have the Igbos that are so established in business, that are living peacefully with their fellow Northerners in Nigeria, doing their businesses. Some of the Igbos were born in the north. Is it Lagos? Who are the architects of Lagos? Is it the River State today? Who are the people that are running the economic affairs of River State? It is the Igbos. The Igbos single-handedly developed Lagos State. Is it in Edo State? Mission Road today. My mother's senior brother they are the first people who developed Mission Road in electronics. Sony Blues Electronics, you are from Benin. Go to Mission Road in Benin today. Benin today, the businesses that are being run in all the states are run by the Igbos. In Warrington, let me tell you anywhere. Wherever an Igbo man goes, becomes his home. Tell me any single organized business any northern man has in the eastern Nigeria. No one. No single business by a Yoruba man. No one. From south side, no one. What you see in the north are people shoe shiners from the north. And every time people come here, they talk about the Igbos. What is wrong for being an Igbo man? I had business in the north. I did my business in Kaduna. I lived in the north. I lived in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos. I lived in Benin. I am an Igbo man. I am living outside Nigeria. That is the mind of a detribalized Nigerian. All my friends are from Edo State. They're from Rivers. They're from the north. They're from the south. Everywhere. So, why the candidacy of P2B is a problem to Nigeria, that's the question I am asking. Because he's an Igbo man. He must come from somewhere. The president of Nigeria right now is from the north. Why are we fighting? That a Hausa Fulani man should hand over to a Hausa Fulani, where you have other tribes of Nigeria who are more qualified than the people that are ruling this country. And somebody is bringing into sentiment of things that I really do not understand what is the problem of Nigerians.
Okay, Mr. Ike, please, you have 30 seconds to go. Thank you, sir.
So please, let this idea of some of the Igbos that everybody in Igbo land will never support P2B. You know the structures we are talking about. Those are the people who are the brain behind the structures. They can never support P2B. But every common sensible Igbo man is behind P2B, no matter whatever they do.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Shooks Ibuboze, good evening to you, sir. I'd like you to talk to us.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, good. Okay, sir. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening once again. Good evening, fellow panelists and everybody watching us.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we've spoken earlier on about Chatham House, and I think many people have done justice to that. And you know, like I said earlier, it made my day. You know, I will now regret this very day. You know, so I'm gonna go to Festus Kayamo. You know, it's we know his styles. You know, and his styles come from his master and presidential candidate, Aguado. It's all about bullying. It's all about Aguado. I don't know if it is only me that had that when they asked him the last question. He said Atiku, Tinubu. You know, so that is to tell you that Tinubu is Atiku, Atiku is Tinubu. You know, I watched earlier on where Belaya was, you know, blowing hot about him not coming to court, his principal not coming to court to defend himself, or, you know, subject himself to scrutiny. So these people, they are the same.
Sir, you have some noise on your background. Can you sort that out?
Okay, it's a light. Sorry. Is it all right now?
Okay, it's better. Go ahead.
Yeah. So all of them are the same. We know the tactics of Festus Kayamo. He can always bully. If it is Rufai now, they will say because Rufai asks too much question. A seasoned journalist will always be a seasoned journalist. So I give that to Arise, for that young lady's professionalism, the way she handled it. It's like they're targeting Arise, not just Rufai, they're targeting Arise. And that is their ways of doing things. And, and if you go to the TVC, you see the different system, where they accommodate themselves and, just others away. So Festus Keyamo shouting and, banging, that one is not, it's not a news. The news right now is what our presidential candidate did in Chatham House. You have stated the facts. And, when he answered the question on, foreign affairs, like, business coming to Nigeria, that is wonderful, because that is what we need. You will always, find what you want, no matter where it is, as long as there's no danger for you there. So that's what he means. If he comes around, destroy corruption, destroy all these structures they put in place that, all this nonsense they put on the way that makes business difficult. You have said it already that he's going to open the market. So he has so many language to explain one thing. That's what I understand today. He has so many language to explain just one thing. He have said it that he's going to open the market, going to open business. Exactly the same thing he said today, but in another word. So we're all here. All we got to do is, do what we need to do because he is the man. There's no another person. I don't want to talk much about the negativities of other candidates. But right now, we need to concentrate on, how to make him the president because what I seen today, especially when you watch the crowd outside, you will cry. If I'm there, I don't know how I'm going to hold my emotion. Seeing him talking to me in that kind of environment. We see when they went on their own, even the man who hosted the event, he said to him when he was going that the press is waiting for you outside. The press. Did we hear that when Aguado went there? He wouldn't even want to see the press. No, but this one, they told him that they are waiting for him. I'm just curious for tomorrow. Headlines. I'm just curious because they will come big. It's not an easy something. Nigeria is not a small country. We're beginning to believe again. Look at what he said about our passport, that you will be proud to have that green passport in your hand. Do you know what that does to many Nigerians in diaspora today? And those at home who are wishing to go and, do their business and come back home proudly? So I think today he has sailed the ticket today. That's all I can say. He has sailed the ticket today. The presidency, today is the day he announced himself to the world that I am the right person and I am the Nigerian president. I yield here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your submission. I appreciate you. Let's see if... Okay, I'll come back to you then. I'll come back to you, Mr. CM. I wanted to try you right now. Son of God, Bala Blow. Please talk to us, my brother. Good evening to you. Are you there?
Yeah, Mr. Najawat.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, I greet everybody. I greet the panelists. Today, it's a very good day. I've been listening to Mr. President come next month, and he did a fantastic job. This last video you played, I'm very happy about that video because I've been trying to express myself, in that way. But apparently, that guy on Brown, blew the trumpet. As an Igbo man, I'm very happy that P2B's presidential aspiration is being haunted and not being supported by the Igbo political elites. That goes a long way to show and to tell the rest of Nigerians that P2B is not an Igbo candidate. P2B is a Nigerian candidate. And that is why the likes of Chukwuma Soludo, what's the other one from Abia State, Ojuzo Kalu, and the likes of them, speak ill about his candidacy. Because these are people who are the criminal structure that P2B is talking about. And he's coming to dismantle it. And you know why they know that he's coming to dismantle it? He did it in Anambra State. They call him Okutendi Igbo for a reason. And I like what Mr. Evie says, that this P2B is gentle. Let you enter there, you see his true color. My brother, you will see a man that is strong. A man that has the heart to do the right thing. That woman asked the question that the Mechanos that we tried to oppose him, he answered that question in a very subtle way. That anybody that stands in the way, so be it. Go and research what that means. Go and verify. So, I'm happy. I'm excited. I've always followed P2B even before he moved over to Labour Party, while he was touring all the whole northern state under PDP. And I can say that in trance, I have seen P2B as the president of Nigeria. So therefore, I still re-echo it that it is visible to the blind, audible to the deaf, that P2B is the next president of Nigeria. And, Festus Kayamo, born in Ugeli, his father is from Eforon, went to primary school somewhere in Ugeli and Ekboma, I believe. And he's a practicing lawyer, became a son. I'm very disappointed. Well, but my disappointment did not just start now, because that guy, I've always seen him as a charlatan. You understand? I believe his sonship was a paddy form of position. He doesn't qualify to be a son. And at this point, I respectfully will say, Mr. Najawat, I do not like to focus on the likes of Tinubu and Atiku, who has 31 allegedly biological children, because it might be more, because that guy, he does not see anything that does with the skirt and the passes seats. So I don't like to focus on those people. My message with few days to go for the election is how we mobilize, we ginger our fellow Nigerians and our brothers that they should collect their PVC and be ready to go to that war front, which is the ballot box, and cast out votes. Because I like the body language of the current president, Muhammad Buhari, and that's the body language of someone who apparently does not care who takes over him after him. Therefore, I believe his government will do everything possible to provide an environment for a free, fair, and credible election without the use of state power to influence the outcome of the election. I look forward to tomorrow. The INEC chairman, Mr. Professor Mahmoud Yakub, at the Chatham House, and I anticipate that Nigerians will have, very interesting questions and concerning questions for him to answer, because this election is between the common Nigerian people and INEC. So INEC is the referee of this match, and if they provide a fair and plain level field, we know that the Nigerian people are going to be in Aso Rock, because Mr. P.W. have said, I'm not running for the president, but we are running for the president through him. So at this point, I want to say, Naija Watch, history will not forget what you are doing. Posterity will remember Naija Watch and every panelist that is here who fought for a better Nigeria without guns, without weapons, but with ideas and contributions, and creating, awareness to the Nigerian populace on the right thing to do. I end by saying,
thank you.
Victor Hugo, you cannot beat an idea whose time has come. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Amen to your prayer. God bless you. Thank you always. All right, we have King Emeka with us today. King Emeka, good evening to you. Talk to us. What is your take on our principal at Chatham House today?
All right. Thank you very much, Elvis. Good evening, everyone. I actually didn't listen to the program, watch it. I've been quite busy. I probably will do that later in the day, or maybe tomorrow.
Okay, you didn't watch it. Is that what you mean?
I didn't watch it, so I'll watch it later on today. So I don't think I'll be in the right position to speak about on it.
Okay, now I will play 2 minutes of it for you. I want you to respond to this particular one. It's very, very important. Let me play this part where I want you to respond to, which is just hope I get it right now, because Emeka did not watch that Chatham House. Please, everybody, mute yourself for now. I need to play this part quickly, sharply. Let me see if I can find it. One moment, my people. Please continue to share this broadcast, and let's do this together. I appreciate every one of you. And God bless you now. All right, I think I got the video I'm looking for. Okay, let's do this. I want you to listen to this.
But madam, you get the question. You have the strongest arm in the audience. Please introduce yourself. One question.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome, sir. My name is Priscilla Winkbo, and I'm an independent broadcaster here in London. And sir, you spoke about your point number 5, which is to generate electricity and power in Nigeria. And you spoke about transmission, distribution, and generation. But I think it's fair to say that our problems with power goes beyond those 3 areas. And the main problem that I see here is this. We have a population, or part of the economy, shall we say, those who supply spare parts, the engineers, those who work within that sector, whether it's those that are selling generators. And we know that that issue is perhaps the biggest issue when it comes to our power generation. So my question here is this. How do you plan, number 1, and I'm going to take a risk here, to deal with the big boys, and how do you also plan to address that economy that will then no longer exist because you have generated power? Because I'm sure that they too will rise up against it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you go, Peter. 3 questions.
Let me start with my sister there. He talked about the big. What you're saying is about the big boys who are selling generators. Let me assure you what we've been campaigning on.
Our campaign, you have heard them say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Structure of criminality. That is what I mentioned. That Nigeria is being held captive. That structure is structure that have impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there. I assure you of that. We're going to turn around the power sector. Nigeria generates about, today, 56,000 megawatts of electricity for 200 million people. And South Africa, the second biggest in terms of economy in the continent, 5 to 6,000, that's 5 to 6,000, sorry. And South Africa, the second biggest economy, 60 million people, generates about 40 to 50,000. And South Africa, in the past 3 months, have declared emergency in power and said anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. So somebody who is 60 million, generating about over 40,000, declared emergency. What do you think somebody with 2 million people generating 5 to 6,000 will do? War. I'm going to declare war on power, and I'll solve it. Anybody who stands on the way, so be it.
Okay, Mr. Emeka, I played that video particularly because of you. I guess you watched it, you listened to it. Please talk to us.
All right, fine. I think that's the question was about what he's going to do to those who sell power generators to the country, I believe so. And then
how it can bring light to Nigeria. You watched it.
Well, what he answered, I don't think he answered the question very well. He said he's going to declare war on power, and anybody who stands on the way, so be it. Right? Correct me if you think I said something else that differs to what he said, but that, to me, that's what I heard, and that's what I'm repeating. In my view, I don't think he answered the question very well. He should be able to articulate properly what he thinks he can do about the power generation, not only generation as well as distribution, because those are the components.
That's not the question they ask him. They ask him those people that is importing generator. Did you hear the ladies talking?
I heard him. I heard the question. Thank you for
generator.
Somebody's real.
There's noise coming out from somebody, please. Mute yourself now.
So I heard him. That's why I said he didn't answer the question very well, right? He jumped into.
Okay, tell me, what's your take on that?
Yeah, my take on that is, like what he said, he's going to declare war on power in Nigeria. Most definitely, once the government is taking something serious, nobody can stop them. Technically, regardless of whatever interest you may have, if the government says this is what we want to do and they are here-bound on doing it and implementing it, you can't stop them, or else you want to contravene the law and you want to risk yourself going to jail or paying certain penalties, because those with power, if you're in the government, you are very powerful because you are in the government. And if you're not in the government, you want to go against the government, maybe, I don't know what you intend to do, you get yourself burnt. So I don't think whoever those that have specific interests that do not want Nigerians to have 24/7 power supply, when the government takes it serious, I don't think they stand a chance. They don't have a chance. Or that they might probably check for the next business to go into, or comply with the government. And maybe I don't, because for me, I think I've done a little bit of reading on what is responsible for our power issues. I think even there was an interview by the previous, was it the TCN guy, the managing director who left, and he gave an adequate brief of what is going on. Yes, we are generating power, but the transmission, we are not transmitting enough power to the discourse.
So you mean, Emeka, that a man who said he's going to declare war on power, whoever that is behind the darkness in Nigeria did not answer the question well. Is that what
No,
you
he
said?
didn't answer the question very well because I have a brief knowledge about it. Because, number one, there's a bill in the National House of Assembly.
You are not getting it. The lady asked him about generator.
Yes,
He's not asking him
he
how
said
we
he
give
didn't
life
answer
in
the
Nigeria.
he didn't answer the question. I think what the lady wants, what are you going to do with these people? He now jumped into South Africa is producing this, Nigeria is
No,
producing
what are you going to do with these people when he responded by saying he will declare war against them? You say he didn't answer that well?
He didn't answer the question properly.
Excuse me,
said-
Naja Watch. Can I
he
just
said-
make a Emeka, I'm sorry, respectfully.
Emeka, go and watch the video, I beg. Go and watch the full video, please.
Respectfully.
And stop spreading
Mr.
something.
Alex, hold on.
Please, hold on.
Respectfully. Emeka, Obi, for me and to all other audience, he dissected the question. And I want you to listen to the parts where he said, whoever stands in the way, so be it.
Yes.
That is a summary of
that's
the
what he
answer.
said. That's what I answered. He said Nigeria is producing 5,000 or 6,000 megawatts. South Africa is producing 50,000, and South Africa is declaring emergency of power. If South Africa is declaring emergency of power, then we in Nigeria, who is producing less, should declare war. I am going to declare war on power.
He spoke in figure of speech, Emeka. He spoke in a parable.
Alex, can I complete
Hold
my
on,
statement?
hold on. Okay.
And I am
Now,
going
he
to
said
declare
he's going
war
to
on power,
declare
and
war.
whoever
Yes.
stands on the way, so be it. He
Yes.
didn't say I am going to sanction generators.
But you don't expect him to say it. So be it already tells you what he's going to do.
I do not expect him to say. That's why I say he didn't answer the question properly to my own. You might say he answered it to your own satisfaction. He didn't answer it to my own satisfaction. He just made certain remarks and said whoever stands on the way, so be it. And what I did, I extrapolated that and I said if anybody wants to stand on the way of the federal government when the federal government wants to take power generation or power supply seriously, you risk the chance of either going to jail, paying a penalty, or getting yourself burnt.
And Naja, for the purpose of a debate, I think Emeka is entitled to his opinion, and I think that answers.
Except you want to hear specific comment from me, and I'm saying it. If a federal government,
what I'm saying, Emeka, what I'm saying, I know you're entitled to your own opinion, but what I'm saying here is that somebody is behind the darkness that you and I is facing in Nigeria, right? And a presidential candidate is saying if he's elected, he will declare war of whoever that is behind the darkness that we all are facing in Nigeria.
Okay, yeah, fine. I think that's the way you understood this comment. What I understand from his comment is that I'm going to declare war on power generation in the sense that I am going to go full out to ensure that we generate sufficient power supply to the country. Whoever wants to risk the chance of stopping me from doing that,
so face the law. Good.
Oh, yes. Face the law. So
so be it means that he's going to face the government.
If you risk the chance of you trying to stop me from declaring war on this, then what probably that I'm interpreting it in my own understanding. Whatever you see, take it. And I juxtapose that with my other comment saying that if a federal government is serious about implementing specific things, whoever wants to stop that risks the chance of either going to jail.
Okay, Mr. Emeka, before you move on, for you to know what Mr. Peter Obi was saying, although he was not directly, because you don't supposed to do that. Watch this 30 seconds video quickly. Please mute yourself. Please, mute yourself, sir. Mute yourself. Excuse me, sir. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Thank you.
Very, very emotional about it.
Please.
Because I believe if we had handled the issue of electricity when we were in office by 2005, we would have provided enough electricity for the people of this country. But unfortunately, we did not follow that route. We left, nothing was achieved. We left, nothing was achieved.
Okay, Mr. Emeka. Yep. Atiku took he and his cabinet or whatever, they took $16 billion for electricity and they could not give us lights. Till today, nobody arrested him.
Very shameful.
Okay,
very,
good.
Very shameful.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I think they are the problem with this whole stuff, right?
Okay, now a lady came out speaking indirectly Indirectly, if you listen to that woman, she was actually directing a question about Atiku, but she could not mention the name. Asking Mr. Peter Obi, how would you handle generator and the
those who
darkness
say
that we
generator,
are?
yes, those who say power generator. Okay,
Exactly.
Evans, let me say something before I jump into that comment. Here in Canada, people still sell power generator. In America, people still sell power generator.
No, Emeka, don't go there, please.
What I'm saying this.
You and I, no,
I will
there's
talk
no
about
need for
Nigeria.
that. You and I know why they're selling generator in Canada. Don't turn me
It
to
doesn't stop that
I
market.
don't like that.
It can
Talk
slow the
about
growth, but it
situation in
doesn't stop the market. Whether she was insinuating about article or not, I don't know. But the 16 billion is clear. It was thrown into a dark hole. We've not benefited from it. Not only have we not benefited from it, even the Obasanjo government, when certain states, especially Lagos State, wanted to build their own independent power plants, Obasanjo refuses. When certain states wanted to borrow funds to go and build their own independent power plants, Obasanjo refuses to provide sovereign guarantee so that they can be able to borrow from the international market. You see, now right from that down to Buhari, and also I do not know why Buhari, after 7 years, not after he had the written to say, okay, I think we should throw in a bill for other states who have enough money to go and build their own independent power plant to push it into the national grid and reduce this our burden. Up to that point, why do they not initiate this? Why do the federal government,
Meka,
why do our federal government
for you to round up, I give you 2 minutes.
Why do our federal government keep thinking they can do things all by themselves?
Okay,
it is wrong.
Okay,
Say
let
2
me
minutes.
ask you a question, my brother.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question so that we can move on. All right, I gave everybody 6 minutes. 2 minutes now. I want you to answer. If you are a president, how will you handle the people hindering the light in Nigeria?
How will I handle it? It's very clear. It's tell the police or law enforcement officers, maybe if it's borderline on corruption, tell them to go in. Or I know that there's a section in the civil service, there's a department, rather not a section, internal audit. Go and do an audit of the power sector, right? The power generation is already privatized. Power distribution is already privatized.
No, you don't get my question. No. You are diverting. If you are president, you already know there are a set of cabals that is.
I am expanding on that. So, power generation is already privatized. Power distribution is already privatized. It is the transmission that is yet to be privatized, right? Now, do an audit or an investigation on these 3 sectors: the generation, the transmission, and the distribution. With the distribution, they can only distribute what has been transmitted to them. If you don't transmit, they can't distribute. So the audit should be focused on this. And those who are culpable, should go to jail. Completely go to jail.
That's all I was waiting to hear. That's all. And the last question before you go, Emeka, do you believe that there are people behind the reason why Nigeria don't have light tomorrow? Yes,
there are people behind every failures in the country. Anywhere in the world, there are people who, or either as a
no. Just answer this specific one, because we have to kind of the trouble we are facing in Nigeria a lot.
Why
do you believe there are a set of people behind the reason why we don't have light in Nigeria?
You see, one thing, I do not make assumptions except I have evidence. One. But I believe there are people or system or processes behind every good operation and every poor operation. When it's a poor operation, it is a weakness of either internal control processes or procedures, and people who are either ineptitude, lazy, or do not have the right qualification and experience to be in that place. If it's system, it is a failure.
Answer the question now that Buhari and his cabinet, they failed because they could not provide us light in 7.5 years.
Yeah, they failed. Obasanjo too failed.
No. Hold on. If we have to go back, all of them failed. I'm talking about where we are now.
Yeah.
Do you agree that Buhari and his cabinet failed as
Yes,
the
they failed. It was
like
part of the
some
electoral
other-
promises that was made, and they failed. That he didn't achieve it within, and he's going to leave within a few months. He failed. He promised Nigeria to provide them 24 hours power supply.
Good.
He failed
And
on
he
it.
failed.
He
God
also
bless
promised Nigeria. No, apart from promising Nigeria 24 hours supply, he promised Nigeria 24,000 megawatts.
And he failed.
And he failed to generate that. So he failed on that. Yes, his report card
Okay.
is F.
And you also know that Tinubu was or is the national chairman of APC, right?
Yeah, Tinubu is the national leader of APC
Okay,
and
and
currently the presidential candidate of
Tinubu
APC.
was part of the people who made that promise, and he also made the promise of paying student loan and all that. They could not fulfill
Tinubu
anything.
reiterated that electoral promises, but again, Tinubu is not part of the administration. So, which I clearly,
chairman, right?
But his voice is part of the administration. Those ones you claim that he mentored.
We are getting somewhere, please.
Guys, which I have clearly said before. There's a difference between politics, which is the process and the pursuit of power, and governance, which is the administration and control of either a jurisdiction, a province, a state, or a country. They are clearly different. Tinubu reiterated that electoral promises that Buhari promised. He did. Not only did Tinubu reiterated it, APC chieftains and APC members also reiterated and stood by it. Did they fail? They failed.
Okay,
but is Tinubu part of the administration? No. He didn't hold any post. He didn't take any contracts. He was not part of the administration.
He was the national chairman.
He's no, not
of the failed party.
No, national leader. He's not the chairman.
National leader, okay.
National
Of
so
the
in
party.
that aspect, no, I'm not absolving him off from the blames. Not at all.
I know.
But in
You
the
said
aspect, of the governance, that is the implementation of the electoral promises made to the electorate.
Okay, but
he was not part
finally,
of it. But
Tinubu and Buhari, they failed in their promises, right?
APC failed to deliver on specific electoral promises, which includes the generation of power supply. They failed mostly on that.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy that you answered my questions right. I like that.
I'm a very objective individual.
No question.
I will never be biased. I will tell you the way it is.
I like the way you answered
it. They promised student loan.
They
failed on that.
They failed. Yes.
They failed on that. They promised $1 to $1. They failed on it. So
woefully.
those electoral promises that were made by APC, they failed. But in terms of infrastructure, I think the Buhari administration has actually done a bit well in terms of specific.
All right, and if you also ask me for free and fair election, for me, I will give him credit on that. You know, so
I will also give him credit on that.
I'll give Buhari credit on that.
To allow
only that one, but no wahala. Thank you very much, Mr. Emeka.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I will like Mr. T to talk to us. Mr. T. No, is it Mr. T now or Omoyesko now? Okay, Mr. T. Mr. T, talk to us. Good evening to you, my brother. Talk to us in 5 minutes. Okay, Mr. T is not available. Omoyesko now, please talk to us in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, you are there. Okay, talk to us, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Just to make, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, where you're watching from, and thank you, Mr. Elvis, for all that you're doing. Appreciate it. To everyone in the comment section, thank you for all of the comments, and we hope that the Chatham House event today.
Hold on, Mr. T. My dear sister Iris Finance, we are not talking about presidential election. We are talking about his promises since being in power. If you check it, go back and check it, you know that Buhari have kept to his word in free and fair election. He have kept to his word. He's not supporting APC or whatever. He's saying the IRS. That's why you see Nigerians are begging him to make sure this presidential election is also free and fair result. Thank you. Mr. T, go ahead.
Well, I think if I need to take you on what you just said now, until you see the end of this current election before you can say that Buhari.
Yeah, so far, he kept to his promise. So far, we should say things are raised. So far, I'm not judging him on presidential race or election. So far, That's the only part. And most Nigerians are begging Buhari, please keep to your promises. Don't change it this time. You've kept to it all this while. Not going to change on this presidential race. That's what everybody is saying. So far, I am not judging him in totality, but so far, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for this clarification. I mean, for whoever did not have the time to watch the Chatham House interview, even the deaf or the blind, the deaf could hear about it. The blind can, even though they don't. And I'm not saying this to speak on anybody's disability. It's just that I'm using maybe figurative expression now. To the deaf in UK, it was loud. To the blind, they could hear that something happened today in UK, and so it will not be a surprise that some people don't have the time to watch it. Maybe their principal send them on errand to different places to go do some other things. But for those that are concerned, I mean, you watched it. You heard what Peter Obi said. So I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise that some don't have the time to watch it. Maybe they're too engaged or too busy, or maybe people can actually say what they want to say. If it's not for them, it cannot work out. But to everything that he said today, I think the only thing we can say is that he's able to deliver on those promises that he made. Like he's been saying, he's been consistent on his words and his actions and attitude and charisma, which even played out today in Chatham House.
No, how do you mean delivered? He have not delivered anything. How do you mean he has able to deliver? Please, can you repeat?
So he made those promises, right? He made those. He still spoke to his manifestos. What we're saying is that he's able to follow through when he becomes a president, as we all are praying that God take him there and then be able to begin to leverage, be able to begin to do those things that he said he wants to do, so that the Babylon people, let me use Nigerian local language now, will not begin to say,
not delivered is any of his promises because he's not elected yet. We are waiting for that.
So that's what we're waiting for, and we're saying that we pray that God will help him get there and then begin to deliver on those promises that he made.
And I believe strongly he will do that, but
so
he has not done it yet.
I mean, we just have to, we have to keep saying this so that the surrogates to the Agbados and Mekanos, we understand what is coming and what is coming to play out. Because if you look at what happened in Chatham House today,
did you watch the whole video, Mr. T?
I didn't watch the whole video. I mean,
you missed.
No, I mean, I was able to watch some part of it. I was able to watch a big part of it. Time difference also plays out. But I mean, I was able to watch, and then how he carried himself. You can see difference between a sane man with integrity and charisma with somebody just trying to sell himself or impose himself on Nigeria. And one thing we must understand is that politics has gone beyond you just trying to impose yourself on a country or people. It's about what you can do for the people. How can you rescue Nigeria? Nigeria is in a dire state now. So it needs the right person to come deliver it. I mean, you can watch how Peter Obi was talking to the people. Even the white guys there, they were surprised with his charisma, with the way he said things, with the way he was. This guy was basically jotting down the point as they were asking him questions. He wasn't distributing questions to anybody to answer for him. He answered those questions by himself. And that is what a good leader should do, because the people needs to hear from you.
We don't see any teamship there today, Mr. T. No teamship.
I was even thinking that he was going to probably carry you to follow him down to UK. I mean, he was going to call you to come meet him in Chatham House, and then he was going to give you some questions to answer for him. Or even maybe come Mr. CM. Maybe even come Mr. CM to come answer some. But he didn't do that.
No, they don't come Mr. CM. Network not good. If they come Mr. CM, you go use network test for everything.
But I mean, you can. So Nigerians need to hear from the right man that can do the job, and he did that. He spoke to the question. He spoke to insecurity. He spoke to power. He spoke to different things. He spoke to the core problems of Nigeria, and I wish that other people can follow suit. But one thing is, corruption has eaten deep into Nigeria. That people that knows the right thing will not say it. Okay, so for example, the case of Jandong saying that Lagos Polytechnic that becomes TVC now was a land allocated for a school, and somebody took that land as his own property. Who does that? Who does that? That is the highest level of wickedness. That is how bad the country has gotten to. And it's so painful that you see people still canvassing for these people. That is the highest level of wickedness. But in summary, my conclusion to Nigerian is that I know some people are waiting for the G5 governors to come speak. Nigerians, wherever you are, maybe in the north, the south, the east, the west, do not wait for any G5 governors before you go out and do the right thing. Peter Obi has spoken to your conscience today in Chatham House. Please go do the right thing. Get your PVC and vote for Peter and Dati. These are the right people for the job. And the only reason why you need to vote for them is because if you vote for them, Mr. CM already told us what's going to happen to the port. He came and then told you what's going to happen to power and things like that. So this is the right time for you to make the right choice. Please go out there and make the right choice. Thank you.
Mr. T, God bless you, my dear brother. Thank you so much for your submission. All right, let's move to Omoye's Corner. Omoye's Corner in the building.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what you dey play? Your girl don't arrive.
We miss you today for that live broadcast. Too. Trust me.
Oh my God. I did, you know, I don't know, say you go broadcast and I was somewhere else. I was at work. I was in a meeting. But if you see it, I put earphone on. And they follow them, they do meeting, they listen to Chatham House with another ear.
Live.
Oh, I missed that. Man, walk not let me see road. Mr. Niger Watch, I go reach out to you. But area, before I greet first, if I greet my president.
Sorry, I'd like to let everybody know that we are also going to broadcast live on the INEC Sherma tomorrow at Chatham House. So endeavor to
okay. Oh, right. Awesome. Okay. So I'd like to greet my president, Your Excellency, Mr. Peter the Rock Obi and Ahmed Dati. Yeah, they represent now. Then, after I don't talk down and finish, greetings to my fellow fire commenters, panel of judges, and adequate timekeepers. So, let me first start by saying, please, have we done a mashup or a pari passu or side-by-side evaluation of when Agbado went to Chatham House and when our president, Peter the Rock Obi, went to Chatham House? Have we been able to do this side-by-side? Because I didn't see him answering any questions apart from Baba Blue. Nothing. So, based on that, Peter the Rock Obi came. I thoroughly enjoyed his speech. The speech he gave prior to answering those questions, fire. That's why I did shout. I go take break, I go shout, I go come back. I say, hey, Lord have mercy. This is what it feels like to have representation. This is what it feels like when a leader cares for its people. Did you guys see where he was answering questions outside prior to even him giving the Chatham House interview? He was outside answering some people's questions.
And he did not assign any question.
None whatsoever. And you know what, do you know what really, really baffled me the most about this man? Every question, he had adequate responses to each and every one. That tells you how concerned this man is about the length and breadth of Nigeria. It's mind-boggling. Without looking at any piece of paper to remind him, this guy has everything. He's even telling the British that they too, they are owing, telling them the exact amount of their debt. Nobody, my people, this is what it feels like to have great representation for you and everyone else. That man is representing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've never said it here before. I am very excited that he's not a sectional leader. They were trying to corner him into being a sectional, a tribal person. Like, yeah, the man, even his way, is a global representation of the Black race. I am especially proud of him. I personally will not entertain anyone whose candidate cannot answer questions coherently. There's no need to even argue with anyone whose candidate cannot answer questions coherently but say Baba Blue, Agbado, Cassava. I'm sorry, we don't have anything to discuss. Peter the Rock Obi has broken down everything as he's going to do it. And it requires every one of us to be a part of it. And you know what I appreciate about him? He answers the question at the same time, letting you know that he does not have the answers to all of it. I especially love the fact that when somebody stood up, a plant, he was obviously planted, stood up to say, hey, what about this IPOB thing and all of that? And he said, everybody's agitating. Even the Yorubas are agitating. Edo people, they agitate. Every corner of Nigeria is agitating. It go reach every empire that makes up Nigeria, go make their agitation obvious to everybody. You know, I really, really loved his response because that tells you a leader whose ears are to the ground, that knows exactly what's going on. And of course, when he responded to the questions of the powers behind the reason why we do not have electricity, I absolutely loved his response on that. Of course, he needs to take it head on. We must have light by fire, by force. When sun come out, everybody they get light. Sun. During the day, you don't need to turn on your light. Nature itself has already given you light. Wetin come be our own excuse? The entire world, most parts of the world, 95% of the world, or maybe more, has light. Not only Nigeria, wetin be our own? Meanwhile, we have certain few group of people sitting on top of it as if now their personal property. And by the way, there are people whose children, thank you very much, Sister Rita, for that video, who are pushing and pressurizing their fathers to be president so that they can live a lavish lifestyle, move their families abroad, and be living lavishly on top of other people that are suffering. That is their career move for life. Is, oh, let my father be president so that I can enrich myself, move my family, so I can live the same lifestyle I have in Nigeria overseas. It no go happen for now. Una no go see am. You better go and start looking for work as security guard if you don't get education. It is time for Nigerians. And do you know what? I loved his finishing. When he said, nobody can stop an idea whose time has come. I literally passed out. I said, oh, yepa, mic drop. I help and drop the mic. He waka comot for stage, shaking everybody. No. I can go on and on about the Chatham House interview. But I say, Nigerians, they don't break. If you are still sitting on the fence, there's something very wrong. And as that pastor prayed, if you are putting your hand and say you want to vote for the people that have contributed to the decadence, to the worsening situation of Nigeria, may your children and your children's children and the generation after for 1,000 years be like the person that you are voting for. I yield.
Thank you very much, Omoye's Corner. Thank you very much for your submission. All right. Thank you very much, my people. Everybody has contributed. I'm just going to do 2 minutes round now so we can round up. Thank you. Remember that we've been on air all day today, all day.
no breathing space at all. We're going to start all over again tomorrow. So endeavor to continue to join us like this. To be honest, I'm so grateful having all my panelists, my commenters, my spectators, all of you. I'm grateful to every one of you equally. I'm so grateful. To be honest, my comment section is always busy, compared to other people's comment section. I'm so grateful, So I want to say I'm grateful. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. With this high spirit that we all are portraying now for our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, I know certainly, fingers crossed, by God's grace, 25th of February, we all will dance and sing together for the victory of Mr. Peter Obi as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Appreciate you all. Let me do 2 minutes round, quickly, and let's move on. Before that 2 minutes round, I would like to quickly take break. Let's take break. I appreciate you all. Every one of you that is encouraging us, we are so grateful. Trust me, you don't know how some of your comments means a lot to us. Some people now you leave comment for them. I don't know, say this comment means a lot. As I read them, if maybe my energy they go down small, the energy will rise again. I begin to carry my body like this. It's just the fact. Thank you. Let's take 2 minutes break. Stay mute. God bless you all.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, go to biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti finishi. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. Yes. We're already smiling. Trust me, it's been a beautiful day. By the special grace of God, we all will come back to celebrate together next month. God bless you all. Okay, let's start with Alex. My brother Alex, if you're still with us, you have your 2 minutes. Everybody stick with your 2 minutes so we can round up. Talk to us in 2 minutes, my brother.
Yes, Najaos, thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
I thank everybody for the devotion, for the consistency. Those on the comment section, you are great. And the viewers who are supporting the Obidati movement for a new Nigeria, may God continue to strengthen us. Of course, my ever-ready panelists, those who are here and those who are not here, I thank you. I salute your courage. Thank you so much. We are making history together. Remember, Peter Obi is not running for presidency. We are running in him. The first time a Nigerian presidential aspirant will use such comments. So the dismantling of the wicked oligarchy has already started. They know they are losing already, and everything that has a beginning got an end. And I'm happy that the end of the oligarchs are very close. Obi is not coming to fight anybody. He's just coming to want to do his own thing, to work for the people. Come to think of it, since 1960, since 1970, since 1980, 1999, this same set of people have been, around the corridors of power. The country is still the same. Tinubu was in charge of Lagos. Atiku was a vice president. What's changed? People will argue that they were not directly in presidency. Lagos, whenever it rains, is flooded. Lagos is full of touts. It's a glorified village, and you know that. So if that is how to build a place, and you say you build Lagos, a former federal capital territory of a whole nation, for me, I don't want your kind of building. So I love the way Obi responded to all his questions, the way he spoke about electricity, the way he spoke about, distribution and generation of electricity, the diasporans, the Nigerian passport. I mean, the guy is good. So guys, we are on the right track. I don't know where these people are going with this money, the Tinubus of this world. You've made money. You've looted the whole state dry. You've done your worst. Ambode was removed from being a governor because he was not remitting some kind of money, allegedly. You've made everything. So what do you want from power? Let us allow a younger generation. Obi stand for that generation. He feeds our purse. He did this Christmas with the displaced people, IDP camp. He visited the flood victims in person. He didn't send a delegation. He has given us flashlights of what we should look up to. And the whole Nigerian youth are standing in as a continuation of the NSAS massacre protests, asking for justice and a better country. So I see a new Nigeria in him. I see the dismantling of the wicked vampires who has caged Nigeria and has raped Nigeria and has ripped Nigeria since Okay, thank you, Josh.
My brother, say Alex, if they give you time, you in fact, I understand you, sir. Sometimes you go talk for 10 hours. You go be like saying 2 minutes. You till the talk since.
Naja was like we no verse.
Now wow, this man go talk. To be honest, I respect you, my lovely brother, because
we'll see.
They try. Why? Okay, let's move on. Mr. Aitza, your 2 minutes start now. Talk to us, sir.
Hey, thank you for your patience and for your sacrifices for today. So do I have to say thank you to all the panelists for their patience and sacrifices. We are all pursuing the same goal for a better Nigeria for all of us, a country we can call our own. So I'm happy. Please let us continue to encourage our family members and our friends and well-wishers in Nigeria, whatever instrument we can use, encourage them to go get their PVC. Let them not wait at the last minute, please. Nigerians, don't wait for the last minute. Sacrifice a day or 2 days is not going to kill you for 4 years. For another hard 4 years, another 8 years. 2 days is nothing to compare for the suffering when you try to make this mistake. Oh, it doesn't concern me. Oh, after all, the one I've been voting before, what is the result? This time around, you will see the result you have never seen before if you do not do the right thing. So please, we are begging, whatever we can use, every channel that we have to talk to our people in Nigeria, encourage them to go get their PVC. Do not wait for the last minute, and by the grace of God, God keep each and every one of us alive. Make sure that you vote on that day. That's my appeal. And also, I'm hearing that I don't know if it is Repeatobi is leaving London tonight and is going to Kaduna tomorrow for campaign. I don't know how true it is, but you see, this man is an engine, you know. So
Yes,
I think they are moving to Kaduna tomorrow. If the information I got is true, they are leaving tonight and tomorrow
yes,
is in Kaduna.
yes, he's leaving tonight, sir. He's leaving tonight.
Okay, but you don't know about the Kaduna rally tomorrow.
Yes, it's happening tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my brothers and sisters, you can see that the campaign program of the party is on. They have a strategy. We are trying to face the north right now. At the last minute, that's where we are going to storm. Every nooks and crannies of the north, we are going to stop. And the remaining free state in the south will be taken care of. I know that the boy has been postponed to 27th of this month. So we are on course, but let us never give up. Thank you, my brother, for your sacrifices. As you said, we shall all clink a glass of wine here on that day by God's grace. We shall all celebrate. And every one of us will dust our bags and to go home and say, and kiss the land of Nigeria once more again. When we arrive at the airport, we kiss at the airport and say, welcome to a new Nigeria. You know, this is my prayer, this is my hope. God bless you, and we see each other tomorrow, God's willing, if I'm here, but I know I'm working tomorrow. But whatever happens, all my panelists that will be here tomorrow, I wish you the best of discussion and the best for Nigeria. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you, sir. We always appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's move on to the next person. Mr. T, please talk to us in 2 minutes.
I mean, all that we can see at this time is for Nigerians to actually go out there, get their PVC,
yeah,
get their PVC, and make the right choice. The time is now to make the right choice, and the simple reason is of the fact that people are dying. There's hunger everywhere, insecurity. I mean, just watch the video that you showed yesterday. 100 million naira ransom for a kidnapped victim. This is the right time to make the right choice. Don't be dissuaded by any fallacy out there, any words from the wicked people, because I mean, some people, their conscience is been sold out. Honestly, it's been sold out, and it just bothers me that people can be in diaspora. I mean, for example, people living you live in Canada and then you're canvassing for people to vote for Tinubu. You live in the UK and you are canvassing for people to vote for Atiku or to vote for these wicked leaders. How on earth can you do that?
No, Mr. T, we get one old man for UK for a year. After 78 years for UK, he still they say that Tinubu you want to home, not let him go. We get him for a year.
Well, I think some pastors have made some prayers. If you're canvassing for a candidate, they said maybe I mean, I won't want to say what they say. Maybe you can play the video later on because I won't curse anybody.
We'll play it.
But the only reason why you can see people like Omoye's Corner, Madam Rita, CM, Mr. Harles, and then other people from all over the world watching, and then they are passionate about Nigeria, is because they've seen things in the past. And I always say that you're forced in Nigeria before you became a UK citizen. You're forced in Nigeria before you became a Canadian citizen. You're forced in Nigeria before you became a UK citizen.
Your 2 minutes is up. Thank you.
Okay. But I mean, please get your PVC, make the right choice, and do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Madam Rita, please, your 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. I think Sir Alex and Mr. Ike, you've said it all. Nigerians, please, let us prove to the naysayers, the Agbados and Mikanos of Nigeria, the surrogates, You know, all the sitting on the fence people, let us prove to them, like what Peter the Rock Obi, my president, said, when an idea of the Obidati movement is out, it can never be obliterated. That idea is what we need to prove to the doubters, the ones who will give us fake statistics and think that maybe we didn't even go to kindergarten. That's all we need to do, people. That's all we need to do. Get your PVCs. Those of you in diaspora, please try and encourage someone back home to get their PVCs. Please. Viva Nigeria, Viva Niger Watch, and Viva Peter the Rock Obi Dati movement. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita. I'm so grateful having you. You're always here joining others to encourage us here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We appreciate you always. Thank you. Madam Omoye Kona, please talk to us, your 2 minutes.
All right, people. You know what time it is, Nigerians. Get your PVC. According to Oga Ike, if they say 3 days, do 3 days. Do 3 days online until you collect your PVC. You see this election, now Peter the Rock will be all the way. They never burn them. We dey here. We remain gidigba. Iroko tree, immovable. Hey! Obidati, Your Excellency, sir. We salute you. We dey await celebration. My son be done ready. Gele, everything set. Hey! Peter the Rock will be all the way. See you later.
Okay, thank you very much, Omoye Kona. The CM, sir, I hope your network will allow you to use your 2 minutes. Please use your 2 minutes to talk to us, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Niger Watch. Today, Peter Obi announced his candidacy to the world, his readiness to take on the great task of cleaning Nigeria, as we read in the newspaper the other day. If there is anybody still doubting his capability, his competence, his articulation, his mental alertness, and his ability to engage people, today is the evidence. He has put it beyond doubt. So what we can do, like most people have said, is get your PVC. Good times await Nigerians. That bad omen, that bad tendencies will be turned around. P2B is ready. He's not having more than 2 kids, all grown up, independent, not 31. He did not distribute question. In fact, he didn't even sit down. He stood up to
He
show
was stingy in
that
distributing
he's
questions.
capable.
He was stingy in giving out questions.
Okay, probably he was stingy in distributing questions. Well, that type of stinginess is good, and he stood up all through to answer the questions and came out to tell Nigerians. If there is anything somebody should remember today, the first time he stood out, I mean, when he came out, he said, "You should be proud of your green passport." Saying it in a foreign land, we know what that means. May God bless P2B forever and ever. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, CM. Thank you, sir. Thank you for always being there for us. We appreciate you always, always. All right. The last person we have here on the screen is King Emeka. Please use your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, and also thank you for allowing me to go last. The moment of truth is close by. 38 days left for Nigerians to go to the polling stations to cast their electoral duties and vote for who they believe would be the one to implement the electoral dreams that they want. To these Nigerians, I say to you, do not relent, do not feel weak, exercise your civic duty, do not be afraid, regardless of the setbacks and those who might want to shame or insult you, to feel you are doing the wrong thing or to change your opinion or your candidates. Do not feel ashamed. Let your vote speak for you. Let your conscience express itself through your voting pattern and vote who you strongly believe will implement their manifestos and the promises that they have made. We all know politicians would overpromise and underachieve. So go there with a strong conviction in your heart and your head and vote for who you think is the right candidate for you.
The right candidate.
Do not be perturbed. Do not be afraid. Do not fall for the sign languages, the shaming and the insults. Do what you know is right for you and your loved ones. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother, King Emeka. I appreciate you all. Mr. CM, thank you so much. Mr. I, thank you so much. Mr. T is still right here with us. Thank you very much. And I want to appreciate every one of you that have joined us.